What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Prop Firm Match TV on this Monday morning. How's it going, John? We got the co-founder, Prop Firm Match, as always on. How you doing, bro?
Doing good. How are you, Zach?
I'm good, man. Had a pretty good weekend, just kind of laid back. I didn't look at a single chart, which I'm pretty happy about, except Sunday night I did record some YouTube video stuff, but pretty much the whole weekend I stayed away from charts, which I think I needed it after last week. What about you?
Yeah, same. I didn't really touch the charts this weekend. I did do some prep last night, so I decided over the weekend that I am going to take live trades in the morning. So I know I mentioned before that I only trade in the afternoon, but
yeah,
for the stream I think it might be all right just to take one or two trades and live trade with everyone here in the stream.
Dude, I love that, man. I mean, it makes sense because you're here, like you're focused. Yeah. You could focus on the charts for that window of time, right?
Yeah, exactly. And the overnight session sometimes gives some good opportunities. So, I figured, why not?
All right, guys, you hear that? John's going to start taking some trades on stream. All right, I may have to join you trading in the pre-market. Dude, I used to trade pre-market a lot. Like, I used to be the type of guy that was, if there's a setup, I don't care what time of day it is, I'm taking it. Then I've honestly, in the last year and a half, I've really kind of narrowed down. Like, I trade mainly from 9:30 to 11:30. And then I'll go back again at 1 p.m. when you get that volatility injection in the PM session. Again, it's not black or white. Like, I do take trades outside of those hours, but I have been focused on that. So, but I think if you focus on that pre-market session, like 8 a.m. to 9, you could definitely find trades, especially once we start getting red folder news back in the mix.
Yeah, 100%. It just so happens we're at all-time highs right now. So I don't got much right now. Like, I got some levels, but nothing too great at the moment.
Dude, these gap ups, I mean, I don't know what to do with this. Like, we gap up to a new all-time high overnight. It's like, all I see, I can pull up my charts. Let's see. I also know that we don't have any red folder news again this week, and pretty much all week we don't have red folder news. So I think that must be because of the government shutdown, or is this just a slow couple of weeks? Like, maybe you have more insight into that than me, John. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know there's some periods where we don't have a lot of news, but it seems like it's been some time.
Yeah, it's been like 2 weeks in a row that we've had nothing. It's pretty crazy. Yeah. So we get this gap up. I mean, dude, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I want to short this thing, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it anytime soon, but I am looking at that previous day's point of control. I'm thinking about the fact that it can act as a magnet for price. We're really overextended. Like, I do have that temptation, but not right here. I mean, I would need to see some type of breakdown of structure to the downside to give me a confirmation. But I mean, you could get a nice move, at least to take out maybe the Asia session lows, I think, fill some of this new day opening gap. What do you think?
Yeah, potentially we could come and back and fill the gap, but I do not want to go against buyers this morning. Yeah. It's like we gapped up. We just had a bullish week last week, and we could keep hitting all-time highs over and over again. So I'm just really careful. I have a couple of levels, like a couple of line in the sands. I'm more inclined to go long this morning if I were to take any trades. I would have to see for us to get back into the gap to want to fill the gap. And even then I might be a bit careful. So yeah, buyers are really strong.
Yeah, I'm actually interested, chat. What are you guys thinking on the NQ and the ES? Do you have a bias today? Are you just thinking long and close your eyes? Do you want to get that reversal? Let us know in the chat. By the way, guys, we got a great show today. We have trades by Slade coming on at 9:30, who's another solid trader. He's taken a lot of payouts recently with Tradeify and Top Step, some big payouts. I've talked with him before, so he's a great dude, really good at trading. He trades a mix of ICT, but then he's also a lot more of a traditional, I think he looks at EMAs as well and more classic stuff, if you want to call it that. So another type of guy who doesn't just trade ICT. He mixes a few things that works for him. So that's going to be a cool conversation. I'm looking forward to that. And we got some giveaways too planned. So, later down the line, we'll give away some Blue Guardian accounts, some Top One Futures accounts. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I think we got a good show planned. And yeah, as far as trading, I mean, John, do you want to get your charts up and maybe show us what you're looking at? Because really, this is all I got on my end. I mean, we gapped up overnight to a new all-time high. Most of my key levels are down here. Like we have previous days point of control down here, the value areas. I like to trade towards the previous day's point of control on days where we haven't engaged it yet, but it's just like, I don't want to fade this momentum. I'm actually interested on how you did on Friday. Did you have a good trading day? Because I was red. I was red. I was trying to short. Didn't happen. I mean, I managed risk pretty well. I was down like $200 on my 5 Tradeify accounts. So wasn't like a terrible day or anything, but definitely closed red.
Yeah, I was red Thursday and Friday. Like I think I didn't have a great read on Thursday on the market, but Friday, I think I could have done better. I took one too many trades, and the one trade that I think would have got me back to green, I missed it. So I just didn't take it after. But yeah, I can go over kind of what I'm looking at and maybe some of the trades I took last week.
Yeah, I'll get your charts up right now.
Nice. Cool. So the one thing, I'll quickly go over what I'm looking at for 1 second. All right, there we go. Cool. So let me make this bigger. So this is ES. And for me, like, I'm on the 1 minute chart because, yeah, just to get some better price action in the overnight session. But to me, this is like a line in the sand. And you can see we're currently bouncing from this value area here. So this would have been a nice play. I probably could have taken this. And, I don't think we'll head up higher. I think we might maybe just oscillate maybe a little bit more, maybe come back here or maybe down here because we have this kind of sideways range. So yeah, just looking at if we get below this is what sellers want to get below. Yeah, it's kind of like the line in the sand, or otherwise we get back here.
Now, would you like for price to go towards that point of control of that lower range? These are fixed ranges that you pulled, right? Of those little consolidation moves.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
So these are, and maybe I can go over my strategy a little bit this morning if no trade set up in the market, but
for sure,
yeah, it's sideways ranges. So like this one, I went to the 5 minute. This is like a 5 minute sideways range right here. So like for my strategy, I'm always looking for sideways ranges. So if I remove, like, I'll kind of showcase how I picked this one. So like, I just zoom out a little bit and I look for where was price going sideways, like where were buyers and sellers trying to find the fairest price. And if there's a bit of sideways and we revisit this, then I either think this is a good place to buy if we're going long, or if we were short, like down here, it would be a good place to short.
And do you think that because like the concept is that if the market found fair value at that area, then when we revisit, people will buy again at that price because it was a fair price? Is that kind of the logic?
Exactly. Yeah.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it's the two-way auction. So, oops, let me bring that up. So like if we were in an auction house, right, or like there was just a group of buyers and sellers in an auction, the guys that say 500, 600, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And there was a lot of action. There was a lot of people interested, here. Like a lot of people put up their pallets and they wanted to buy or sell. I'm not sure if this is the best analogy, but I just pictured this is where a lot of action took place.
No, it is. It's a perfect analogy in my opinion.
Yeah, nice. So yeah, when there's this kind of back and forth, that shows me that the market was interested at these levels. And during this time, this is where 70% of the volume was traded, right in here. And this is where the most volume was traded. So whenever we hit one of these blocks, it's like, okay, this is where it's a good inflection point. Either we're going to go higher or we're going to get back into value to rotate to the other side. So if we get back in here, we want to go here. If we go back in here, we want to get here. And so here's another kind of, this is where price action theory comes into place. So I know a lot of traders use like higher lows, higher highs. Like if you get a big enough bounce, then you're going to look for a higher low relative to the previous move. So here we got a big enough bounce. We bounced like big enough to know that if we get back down to here, there's going to be buyers interested here, because buyers are saying, okay, I missed this whole big move. I'm going to wait for the next opportunity to buy to see if we go higher. Right.
Yes. And if you lose that swing low right there, that was the most recent higher low that made a higher high, right? That's the idea. Will that then say, like, have you say, okay, maybe it's not time to buy in this zone just yet, and maybe you anticipate a rotation to that lower value area or profile that you have marked off?
Yeah, for sure. So I would want to see sellers step in a lot. So for me to have confidence that we're clearing this level, I would want to see something like almost like this, like break into this value, then back test this value area high to try to rotate here. So I would want us to, since this is such a small value area, I would want us to clear it pretty quickly. Because if we did something like this, where we got into it, but then we were just like this, and then we broke out again, then I'm interested in buying here to go higher.
Because buyers stepped in.
Exactly.
So actually, that's an interesting question too I have for you. So that first profile that you have pulled from the smaller consolidation range, yeah, that one. Do you have more or less weight put on a range that is bigger? So like a bigger range, or a range that has been going on for a longer duration of time? Would that be a higher probable profile for you to be paying attention to because more volume was conducted there, or not so much? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. That's exactly correct. So I rarely use 1 minute balances. I used to use them a lot more when I was kind of really doing like really small scalps and like intraday trading, because one level ranges are respected.
Yeah.
But the only reason I'm using it now is because I have no previous price action history, because we're at all-time highs. So literally this is all I have to work with.
Right here. Exactly. Yeah.
So, but the 4 hour, the 1 hour, and the daily levels, I pay a very close attention to those because more volume was traded at those levels and on higher time frames.
Yeah, perfect. I figured, but I just wanted to double check with that. So the higher time frame your profile is from, I mean, the more significant the level is naturally.
Exactly.
Perfect.
And as I've been using the strategy more and more, I'm a lot more picky, like where I'm almost exclusively 4 hour or 1 hour entries. Unless the market is super volatile, where I know a 5 minute or 15-minute level will be respected, because like we slice through a value area, and then on the back test, I know we want to go down further. Like rather than saying, oh, this is the bottom, no, sellers usually want to take it down lower, or buyers want to take it higher. So if there's like a lot of volatility, I'm looking for the next place, the closest range, whether it's 5 minute, maybe even 1 minute to enter the market.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do in that situation. And if the market's moving, I mean, you could ride that momentum. You want to follow that momentum.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, dude, makes perfect sense, man. Yeah, I honestly, you make me want to start going back to looking at some of the higher time frame profiles, because, you know, I just use previous days. It's all I use. Previous days, POC, value area high, value area low. I used to look at the fixed range, and I used to pull my own ranges, and then I just kind of stopped, not because I didn't find value in it, but I just was looking at so many things at that point in time that I didn't really, I had to focus on, other areas of my strategy. But now I feel like I've simplified so much that I probably could analyze some higher time frame ranges, like hourly, 4 hour ranges, and find some good value from it with the profile.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I'm happy to go over a quick top down run through of how I draw out my ranges if we have time.
Yeah, we would love that. Wendy in the chat's literally saying, great question, Zach. It's helpful for us. So the questions I'm asking, I think people, these are questions that other people would be asking too. So yeah, let's do it. That would be perfect.
Yeah, for sure. And just a side note, I am working with the team. We're working on a PDF, a futures PDF for beginners, which I plan on releasing free to everyone. We just discussed it last week, so we'll see how we distribute it. But yeah, excited to work on it so that anyone who wants to get into futures, you understand all the basics and everything like that.
Awesome, man. Dude, I'll admit when I first moved from FX to futures, there was a lot to learn. Like it was a whole big learning curve. So that would be helpful for sure.
Yep, 100%, 100%. Yeah, we have a good content writer, good designer, so looking to make it a really nice packaged, informative guide for everyone. So cool. So yeah, I'll start off with how I go about my strategy basically. So I start with the daily, and basically I guess I call myself like a range finder. It's a little bit subjective, but once you start doing it, like finding these ranges and drawing them out, you start building confidence in finding these ranges because you see how they play out. So for example, I just look for sideways ranges, like sideways is here, here's a sideways, and this is a bit of sideways. So I'm always looking for sideways like areas.
Yeah.
And so
we're starting on the daily time frame, right?
This is the
daily chart. Cool.
Yep. So what I do is I kind of eyeball it. At this point, I don't draw like lines like this, but I just eyeball it and I say, okay, this range starts basically, I pick out the fixed range volume profile. It's under the projection sidebar. So it's fixed range volume profile. And then I'll say, okay, this range starts around here and then ends about here, right? So like basically grabbing here and here.
Beginning of the range to the end of the range, a very clearly defined range.
Exactly. And then what I do is I just draw out a rectangle. So I pick out the rectangle tool and then I draw the value area. So this is where 70% of the volume was traded, right in here. So this is the value area, this is the value area high, and this is the value area low.
And guys, basically the way you can mark those off, just like John did, if you see where the profile is highlighted, that's that value area, right? That's the 70% of the overall range. So it's literally just the high part of that range is the value area high. The low portion of the range is the value area low.
Yep, exactly. And this is the point of control. This is where most of the volume was traded. This is where 70% was traded, and this is where the most was traded right here. And you can kind of see by these troughs, like this is where, like this is the volume profile right here. And this is where most of the volume was traded right here. Yeah, cool. So then do
you think the point of control is more important than the value areas, or is it really just about the situation for you?
Yeah, it's really about the situation. And I probably mentioned this before, like the point of control I don't use it a lot. I'm just aware of it. Like the reason I don't use it is because like, I don't know if we're going to hold it. Like I'd rather see if we get back into this value. So another piece of context here, like let's say we're up here, right? And we get back into this value, we usually want to rotate to the other side. And sometimes that doesn't happen. But for me, rather than entering at the point of control, I would rather see buyers hold the point of control and then we pop back out and then we hold this here.
Yeah, that's like your confirmation.
Yeah, exactly. But if we get back in here, like depending on other context, I'm more so looking to get down here rather than holding this, right? Because if we get back in, I'm looking for rotation.
Definitely makes sense.
So yeah, you can see here, like once you start drawing them up, what I would suggest is like just looking to see how these levels are respected. Like look how cleanly that is respected right there. So these levels are pretty strong. And even here, like there's probably a play down here because we popped back in and then we retested the bottom here. And then you just have to be kind of picky for how you enter and how wide of a stop you want to put. But there's usually other confluence to help you get in the trade at a really good time where you're not maybe risking all of this down here in this wick. But then you can see we rotated right to the other side. And then we didn't even get to this value area. So this is good information too. Like we rejected here, but we couldn't even get down here. And then we broke above the POC and then we broke out of the range. So if I was a buyer, I'd want price to get back down here. But you can see we just kept heading higher.
And I mean, this is such a good example, right? Because you're inside the value range at first, and we're still consolidating. Then when you finally get that strong break, look how much we run. And it's because we finally broke out of that tight volume range, right?
Yeah, exactly. And so here, like, they were probably on the hourly time frame. Like, we're gonna zoom in. So I'd use a multi-time frame analysis. So here we broke out, but there were probably some plays on the hourly level that could have helped us get into this trade.
For sure.
So here we established another level. So I would do something like this. So you can see I kind of grabbed like all of this and this, right? So then I would draw this up. Oops.
One person in the chat real quick is asking, is this for scalping or day trading?
Yeah, it can be for both. It can be for both.
Yeah. Just figured I'd let you answer it. It can be for both, guys. It's just like a really good way to analyze the market.
Yeah, 100%. And yeah, we just established, so this range right here, because we broke out of this range. So now to me, this is a nice sideways range that I would use. So like, it could be that we just rip out from this range, but if we come back to this this value area high here of this daily range, I'm very interested here. I think a lot of buyers will be yeah, there we go. A lot of buyers will be interested here in this area right here. So if we come back down, like, I think buyers will be interested here.
So that would be the value area high at the top of that daily range.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, one person asked can you analyze this on any time frame? And I mean, you can, right? What you're doing right now is just giving everyone explaining how you do a top-down analysis, going from the daily time frame all the way down to like the 15-minute, the 5-minute, and the 1-minute, just so you have the full context, right?
Exactly. So, this is the daily. So I just drew out some ranges on the daily. And this is on ES as well. So I do this on NQ. Oh no, this is NQ. I do this on ES as well. And then I play with the correlations. During the day, I'm able to see, which is stronger, and I'm able to play off levels from ES and able to play off levels from NQ. So ES is just the S&P 500 for futures, and NQ is the NASDAQ for futures. So yeah, this is the daily, and then I'll go to the 4-hour. So then I'll do the same thing on the 4-hour, and I'll just look for sideways ranges on the 4-hour. 4 hours are really powerful. I like using the 4-hour because there's more ranges on the 4-hour, and they get respected. Sure. They get respected a lot. So yeah, I'll do this a bit more here. So like, I would grab probably this right here. And I'll do a couple here. And then we have this. I would consider like this right here is like an hourly range. But yeah, that's what I would drop for the 4-hour. Yeah, when we have more price action back here, like there was more levels, but we're at all-time highs now, so I don't have to drop too many ranges.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll do the hourly right here.
So it looks like you have different windows too for different charts with different time frames. So do you have like a chart with your daily charts marked out, and then you have a chart with your 4-hour, and you just like keep going down like that? So you don't have to have everything on one single layout, right? You can kind of flip back and forth.
Yeah, exactly. So this is my layout. Like, I usually have it on a bigger screen. But this is what I'm looking at, like when I have I have a screen here to my right. So this looks much bigger. It doesn't look as like compact. Yeah. But right down here, I have the 5-minute, 15-minute, 1 hour, and these are my kind of intraday levels. And then here I have my 4 hour, and I also have my daily here. So 4 hour on the left and daily. And so when I'm trading, I actually have the 4 hour and the daily on one screen, and then I have these on a larger screen. So at this point, it does seem like a lot. Like if you're new, this is probably like, whoa, this is a lot of charts. But for me, I've gotten used to it. I've gotten used to like knowing what to look at and what to focus on, and usually it's the larger time frames. So yeah, so like for example, like this could be a trade setting up now. I'm not sure I would take it. I do think, yeah, we could bounce from here. It's this little range right here, but because we already bounced like 1, 2, I don't know, I'm less inclined. The fact that we didn't get up here, but I do think we still hold it. Like all that said, I we still hold it.
So that's interesting though. So the more times a level gets tested, if it's not rejecting aggressively, you feel it might be getting weaker.
Exactly. Yeah. That's a great point. Yeah. Because buyers weren't able to defend that level well. Like their buyers are trying to defend it, but sellers are like, we want to take it lower, right? But that doesn't mean that it's not a good play. Like it's still a good play. And this is where, like, if you overthink it, this is where you can miss good moves. Because right now I'm overthinking it, and I'm like, but here's another thing I look at, right? So I look at a few things. The hourly is oversold or overbought, and it's at 81. I don't use RSI that much, but I use it a little bit just to see if like that's a play I want to take. Like we're overbought in the 80s on the hourly, so I'll probably just wait a moment just to see if I get more information.
Yeah, fair. And so you would look at like an RSI from time to time on a higher time frame specifically. So you're not looking at like a 5-minute RSI. You're looking at an hourly for oversold, potential overbought conditions.
Yeah, exactly. It does give me a bit of a clue.
Yeah.
But, I wouldn't doubt though that buyers just like mess around here and then we get like a flush, like a crazy flush. But like, see, buyers are defending it a little bit, but I want to see sellers kind of get back in here. Like, let's see if it happens. So what I would do if I really wanted to get in this play, like I would set a stop buy order right here. So I would be in this trade right now and probably set my stop down here. Because if we get back in here, then we probably rotate to the other side.
And how many points would you be looking for on that?
Yeah, this is the thing about the overnight session. So I have to weigh out, do I think I'm going to get 10 points on NQ? Because I would want at least 10 points to make it worthwhile. But in the overnight session, it moves so slow that getting those 10 points, I probably have to wait an hour, which might not be worth it.
Especially on ES.
Yeah, on ES. Yeah, I would take this trade on NQ. So this trade I would have taken on NQ. So I would have done, I probably would have entered like, I don't even know if I would have entered yet on NQ. Yeah, maybe like if we broke this, I would enter and set my stop down here. But you can see ES is bouncing, but NQ is not following. NQ is like struggling to get up. So this would not give me confidence in this trade unless NQ just broke out right away. And then I'd be like, all right, that's good. But the fact that NQ is struggling to follow ES gives me a bit of reservation as well.
So what does that tell you when NQ is struggling and not following through with ES? Like what exactly does that mean to you?
Yeah, it means that either one of our big tech stocks is weak. Like I don't know, if you look at stocks, maybe Tesla or Nvidia or some stock is just not following the rest of the market and might be pulling it down, maybe Amazon or something like this. So the tech is weaker, and S&P, something could be bringing it up. Bringing S&P up, and there's just a divergence there. So this tells me that maybe the market wants to rest a little bit, and maybe we get a little bit of a pullback. So,
makes sense.
But yeah, I mean, if you were ES, you would have gotten like 1 point. So, like, depends on your leverage, but like, yeah, maybe that's all you need. I don't know.
What's 1 point on ES? Is that 4 ticks? 4 or 5 ticks?
Yeah, 1 point is 4 ticks. So
Okay.
on ES, a point is $50. On the micros, it's $5, and a tick is $12.50 on minis, and on micros, it's $1.25.
Yes, you got it. And NQ is a little bit lower, right? So NQ, I think it's what is it, $5 per tick, 550 or something like that.
Yeah, NQ, and I think I misspoke on MES, the micro. So one tick is it 112.50? Yeah, it is
I think
125.
it's 1250 for
Yeah,
ES. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. NQ, it's $20 per point and $5 per tick.
$5 per tick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And you guys might think like, oh, so I can make more money with ES. Absolutely not. NQ just moves an insane amount of points, so that it has to be valued a little bit lower, right?
yep, 100%, 100%.
Yeah.
So see, this is where I overthought it, where I could have been like, yeah, I could
That
have
was a
taken,
nice call.
yeah. So yeah, that's when the market is so strong, you just want to go at any level where buyers would buy, and we see buyers are buying. So like, yeah, is this worth it? Like, had I entered this trade here, I'd be up 2 points on NQ, which is like, if I'm risking 2 or 3 points, if I had my stop down here to make 2 or 3 points in a non-volatile market, I'm not sure that's really worth it to me.
You prefer to make like at least 2x your original risk, right? You look for like more 2R or 3R type trades.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one thing with me, so I am like experimenting a little bit because I like that you trade micros, Zach. So like with micros, I'm risking way less, and I can leave way more room for my stop, because sometimes I choke my trades. Often I choke my trades,
Sure.
Which is kind of the strategy. So like I'll play with, let's say, 2 contracts of a mini, which is pretty leveraged. It's $20 per point. So I'll risk, like, let's say I were to enter here, or on NQ, I were to enter like, yeah, let's say I'm trading NQ, and I have my stop buy right up here. I'm literally putting my stop here, because if we get below here, then I'm wrong, and I'm risking like maybe
too much risk. Yeah.
But I usually try to risk like 1 to 3 points, which means my stop is like either I'm right away or I'm wrong. But oftentimes what happens is it'll pull back a little bit, and then it'll go in my direction, which is why I'm playing with micros, because I get to leave more room for my stop. And then even if I don't make as much as minis, but I still make a green day. So I'm kind of experimenting with that a little bit.
What size accounts are you using when you've been trading the minis?
I use a 50K. Like I just have a 50K. Yep.
Yeah. I would say micros are probably the way to go on the 50Ks then. Like I love the 150Ks. I love the bigger accounts. And when I'm trading those, I could go up to like one mini. I kind of have enough room to go up to one mini, but these days, I just love using a wider stop and just giving myself, a lot of breathing room on my trade. I don't have to wait for my trade to hit my full stop loss all the time. Like I give it that breathing room in the beginning, watch how the price action starts to develop. And then I could like make a judgment call on, what, I want to cut this one, or what, I still believe in this one based off what the price action is telling me, even though it's going against me a little bit, I'm going to give it the room that I think it needs. And like, that's where, the nuance comes into play. But micros are great for that because you can give it that room.
Yeah, 100%. And you're risking way less. Like you could risk like 10 points on 3 micros and only risk like what, 60 bucks on those trades. And then like the thing for me in that scenario is to let the trade ride a little bit longer. So like if I were to enter, let's say we got down here, for example, and I got an entry here and my stop was like down here, I would want to rotate to the other side to make that trade worthwhile. Like, yeah. So I either take the stop, or once we get maybe here, I might move to break even to get here.
Yeah. The chat's agreeing with us too. They're saying like one mini is pretty large in futures, especially with NQ, because it just moves like so fast, man. I mean, you could literally make $10,000 off one mini in a volatile day if you like held your trade all day. I mean, that's how much NQ moves. 100%. Benjamin says the same. He says a wider stop loss creates patience and keys for you to rest while waiting for the trade. Yeah, I agree.
Yep. And it builds that muscle of like not letting every little price action affect your conviction.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, because once you put that trade on, you're not thinking as clearly as you were before you entered, right? So when you start seeing that P&L fluctuate, you can't trust your thoughts exactly the same as maybe if you were unbiased completely. But if you're trading smaller size, you're not thinking like, damn, if I lose this trade, I'm going to give up, almost half of my overall drawdown. Like that's a stressful way to trade, right?
Yeah, 100%. For sure. So yeah, this market is wild.
Dude, I'm tired of it, man. I say this all the time. I just am so done with trading all-time highs, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I think part of it is because I started in the the Biden era where we were in a bear market and then we were in a consolidation and then we eventually made it back up to all-time highs. But like I had multiple months where I was trading up to that all-time high eventually. Like since the Trump market, I mean, we just be making all-time highs like once a month, and then we can run like that for weeks without a deep pullback. And it's a new market environment for me. Like I'm still trading pretty well. I mean, I had my best few months recently over the summer, but it's still been really hard. I don't know, like I'm trading really well, but like every day is tough, man. I don't know how to explain it. It's just a tough read. Like on a situation like this where we're just gapping up to the all-time high, I got to be hands off and really make sure I'm trading small. Like guys, I'm going to be trading 2 micros today, honestly, just to keep things safe. I don't want to blow accounts, especially after a payout, because I have a tight drawdown right now on my Tradeify accounts. I have like $1,000. So, 2 micros is going to be my max position, probably.
Yeah, it's probably a good way to approach it for sure. Yeah, because when you look at the daily, and this gets me as well, like you don't expect it to just keep going, like,
yeah.
But it could very well do that. Like, there's nothing. Well, at this point, I'm expecting it to keep going because buyers, like, who wouldn't? I still think people are buying up here, right? Because we're at all-time highs, and like you could have said the same thing about any time in history, where like you'd be like, oh, we're not going higher, like here, right? Like,
yep, exactly.
So who says we can't do the same here?
What's that saying? The markets can remain like incoherent longer than you can stay solvent. So it's something like that. It's like you might think something makes sense, but the market doesn't need to make sense. All right. Like it'll eventually make sense. Eventually you'll get that pullback because the market can't go vertically up forever. But I'm telling you, it can go vertically up way longer than you can stay solvent trying to short every single day. That's the point.
Yeah, that's well said. Yeah. I mean, we could get this at some point, but look how long. I mean, what was this, a year? A year of like kind of going straight up. And here it seems like, yeah, we're just grinding up. So yeah.
100%. Yeah. Everyone agrees in the chat. Josh, what up, man? Good morning. He says it's tough trading price action when it's this high. Yeah, a lot of people have a tougher time with all-time highs, which is funny because we should be able to just go, all right, I'm just going to wake up and buy every day. Like in theory, when you look at it in hindsight, you go, look how easy that market was. You just buy. But this is where sometimes like knowing too much can, or doing too much technical analysis can mess you up because it's like, bro, it's bullish. Buy the market, especially US indexes and stocks. Like these things are designed to go up, guys. The game is rigged. Like the market is designed to go up. I mean, we're literally in the middle of a government shutdown and the market's going up, which kind of is what I'm thinking. So I have a theory that once the government opens back up, we're going to start getting more news events coming back in. And I think the only thing that really drives the US indexes to ever go down is some type of news catalyst for the day. So my theory is like a lot of people were actually bearish when the government was about to shut down. They were thinking, oh, we're probably going to have like a retracement now because that's bearish. But the market loves doing the opposite. So we're doing all-time highs when the government's shut down. As soon as it opens back up, I think we're going to get a couple of news events and we'll probably get that retracement. Yep.
Yeah. So that's how, like, I mean, that's kind of how you got to look at the news a little bit. Like it's the opposite of what you think.
Yeah, dude.
So for me,
Seriously.
like I don't want to get into conspiracy theories or anything like that, but I wouldn't doubt if like a government shutdown was contrived to pump the markets. So all the, a lot of people are buying, the people that have like a lot of money, they know buy, and then yay, the government's coming back, tank.
Dude, yeah.
You sell off. So like it's the opposite kind of like of what you would think. So yeah. I'm not saying that's gonna happen, but that's how I would view it.
I think that's the likely scenario. We're gonna need to get a pullback, and I think it's gonna come once we open back up.
Yeah,
that's what I'm calling. I'm not, I don't have a crystal ball, but that's my hypothesis.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, you're 100% correct. Like sometimes like knowing too much technical analysis is like can be not great. Like I know people are killing it right now and they don't know one thing about technical analysis. So you talk to them, yeah, I'm making tons of money. I'm like, damn, I'm spending all these hours learning technical analysis, right? And I'm struggling. So, yeah, you have to be ready for that too. So,
dude, I'm so jealous of like the guys and gals who had been trading for like 3 or 4 years already, right before the COVID bull run, because those people who were ready for that, like, COVID was such a scary thing, and the market had that, that really deep bearish wick where it looked like we were about to tank, and then we just had an immediate reversal. And I feel like people who had been trading for a few years already, who had already seen a couple of market cycles, like they're like, just don't ever fade the market long term. Again, people will say like, okay, but maybe one day you'll get a real bear market. And yeah, but then we have bigger problems to worry about anyway. So you might as well just, follow what the market's been doing the last 50 years, which is ultimately going up higher time frame.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, the teacher that I learned from in the trading community, like during that whole COVID period, he did really well. Like he almost like called everything. Like when we had the huge drop, like he bought almost at the bottom, and he sold too soon. He said, like as we were going back up, but like that's he said like. I don't know if I love this analogy, but he says if you see the burning building, go inside the building. Like don't run away. Like that's when you need to go in or something. And I was like, I don't love that visual, but that's how you approach it. Like when everything's going down, like rather than be like, oh, I'm not gonna buy, like that's probably the best time to buy.
No, it's facts. Who is the guy you were learning from back then?
Yeah, his name is Dan. Dan from the Chart Guys.
Okay, so I was pretty sure that's who you said. I remembered that, and I used to watch his videos a lot, man. Dan from Chart Guys, he's big on. He uses RSI a lot, right? Like, what does he call he has like a back burner. The back burner trade is like his reversal, oversold, overbought conditions. Yeah, he's a really good technical analyst because he really simplifies. He keeps things very simple, and he trades the lower time frames as well, right? Like he's on that 1 minute and just playing like 5 minute, 15 minute oversold, overbought conditions, looking for a retracement. Right? That's the guy.
Yeah, 100%. He's big on RSI. Like his bread and butter is oversold, 1 hour oversold and daily oversold, and in bull markets when the first 1 hour oversold, once we retrace, is usually a good place to buy. And he has a really good strategy of how he kind of scales into oversold positions, and then he usually gets the bounce, and then he sells half. Like I like his strategy actually. Like he buys, and then once he gets risk free, he sells half, and then he lets the other half ride. So that's how he teaches it. And yeah, he's a machine. He makes videos every single day. And
I know, I remember. I watched his videos for a while. I really liked him. Maybe we should try to get him on PFM TV. Maybe, I wonder if that's possible. He's not really on X the same way a lot of like futures traders are, because he trades stocks more, right? He trades like individual stocks.
Yep, he's a stock trader. Yep, and he trades MJ a lot. That's kind of his like a little bit of his bread and butter. He's really tuned in with the MJ sector.
That's the marijuana sector.
Yep.
Yeah.
Marijuana. I think that's what got him into it initially.
And crypto too, right? Didn't he make a lot of money trading crypto as well in the beginning? I feel like I remember that as part of his story.
Yeah, he made a lot of money during the first crypto bull run, or maybe it was the first or second. But yeah, he traded a lot of crypto. Um, yeah, I don't think he's not like a I'll let you watch his videos. I won't. But he's cool. He's a farmer. He has a he's the
Yeah.
most chill trader like you could
Yeah.
ever
Yeah.
come
Yeah.
across. And he thinks different. He's a really cool thinker. Um, and yeah, so he does RSI and EMAs. He uses the 12 and the 26 EMA a lot. And that's where I first got started. I never could get the EMAs quite to work for me. Like I got it to work a little bit, but once I found volume profile, that was kind of my thing.
Yeah, yeah. I see some of the chat saying let's spam his videos to come on Prop for Match TV. Let's not annoy him, guys, but I'll try and reach out. We'll give it a shot.
Yeah. I would even either like Dan or Lamont. I would love to get either one of those. So maybe we reach out to them because
Yeah, definitely.
Lamont is he's one of the teachers on the chart guys as well, and who I learned from. So yeah, maybe we'll make it happen.
Yeah, we'll try, guys. We'll try for sure. But all right. So I mean, we got 10 more minutes of market wrap up. Any trade ideas coming through, coming down the pike for you, John? Are you seeing anything, or yeah, like what are you looking at?
Nah, I don't have much. No, I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, this would have been a good trade idea here for a couple points, but yeah, at this point, I don't have much. I'd rather just let the market open, and either it's going to be a gap and go. So like I mentioned the other day, like if it's a gap and go, this is a real gap up, like
Yeah.
very big gap up that we have here. So if we just go like gap and go again, don't fight the market. Like I wouldn't fight it. Yeah, because we just like for us to fill this gap would take some time, and maybe we do, but like let's say we open and I mark up the open, and if we just shoot up, then yeah, probably don't go against that. But if we start like oscillating around the open, then there might be a possibility we head a little bit lower. I don't know if we'll fill the gap. This is quite a big gap to fill. So that's my perspective. Yep.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with that. Like I'm looking at the same. I mean, listen, if we get a big sell off, it'll be music to my ears or music to my eyes, whatever. But until I get some type of confirmation, I think we do have to stick with the long idea. And we'll see how it plays. You know, it's only Monday too, guys, so we don't need to over leverage and try and hit a home run on a Monday morning when the market gapped up. Like we want to stay reserved, stay solvent. So we have all week to find good opportunities. Every single week, there are multiple opportunities in the market on an intraday basis. So, we just stay patient and we'll pick our spots.
100%. Yep. Well said. Yeah. And even if we do head lower, let's say we get through this, I wouldn't look for the sell so quickly. Like it would take a lot for me to want to consider the sell in this market. Like I'd want to see us do this and even like reject a couple of times here and then try to head lower. But if we get back here, like to these areas, I do think buyers will probably still be interested, and maybe we head a bit higher.
Yeah. I mean, in a deep bullish market like this, a retracement is just a buying opportunity a lot of the time, right? You can get the market in at a little bit of a discount when it's been in such a premium.
Yeah, 100%. And yeah, the only thing that the sellers have for them a little bit is that we're pretty overbought on the hourly time frame on NQ. Yeah. Like we're in the 80s, but it doesn't mean we can't go to 85 or even 90.
Exactly.
Like, it can go higher than you think. So
exactly, man. Exactly. What about, so you look at the RSI a little bit. Do you look at like RSI divergences at all? So like if the market's moving up, but the RSI divergence is going lower, for example, that's like a bearish RSI divergence. Does that play any weight to you?
Not really. I haven't paid enough attention to it to notice the divergences. I just take a quick glance just to see like, yeah, if we're overbought on the hourly or 4 hour, and that's pretty much what I go by. Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I can pull up my charts for a second, guys. We'll run a giveaway right as John's heading off at 9. We'll set up a giveaway. We'll give away some top 1 futures and some Blue Guardian accounts. Shout out to them; they've been awesome sponsors of the stream. And I think we got Maven coming on as a sponsor. And guys, Maven is actually going to be the founder of Maven, Hunter, is going to be coming on Friday for a Halloween special. So that's going to be, I'm really hyped for that one. We got some cool things planned. So yeah, guys, just keep up to date with all that stuff. You can keep up to date on the Prop Firm Match X account and Prop Firm Match TV X account. All of this stuff, we're posting it and keeping you guys updated daily. All right, so here's my charts. I mean, again, I pretty much agree with you, John. I mean, the only thing is when I look at the volume profile levels, let me go to the micros. We do have previous days point of control way below us. This level can act as a magnet. So listen, if we get a confirmed sell-off, I would be down to try and trade into this or into filling some of this gap, maybe just the top portion, like just to take out the overnight lows. That's a possibility. But like I said, I'm not going to just do that here. I'm going to wait for a clear reaction. Maybe if we like get a deep rejection and break some of this structure and we get like a lower time frame market structure shift, we pull into some type of fair value gap that we might create. Maybe there's a short idea there. Or we just be patient and instead we get this move down and then we just wait for the market structure shift back to the upside and stick to the bullish trend and go long. Either way. But other than that, like if I go to the daily, this is the thing. When we're up at all-time highs, there's really nothing you can do except try to anticipate pullbacks because it's just going to keep going higher. Like I don't have a level I can mark out here. I'm not someone who uses like Fibonacci extensions to look for targets at all-time highs. It's not my thing. So really, I just have to pay attention to levels that are a little bit lower and anticipate pullbacks to go into those levels to look for continuation. So as far as like higher time frame fair value gaps go, this may become a daily fair value gap, but this won't be officially created until this candle closes. So there's no daily fair value gap in here. The last daily fair value gap we had was right here, and the market already retested it and went higher. So there's really not much for me on the daily time frame here. If we go down to the 4 hour, this is where I'm similar to you, John. Like I start on the higher time frames and just narrow down and zoom in a little bit and try to find confluence between the higher time frame and the lower time frame. But we have a 4 hour gap as well right here, which aligns with the new week opening gap, right? So this is the thing. I feel pretty confident that we will trade into this at some point this week. I think we can't say anything is for sure, but I think that's a pretty safe hypothesis that we'll eventually pull back into this 4 hour gap. And this is really going to be my line in the sand all week. So I will be hoping to see this happen sooner than later. And if we get a retest into here, that's really all I'm going to be watching is how do we react inside this bullish zone? Do we consolidate for a little bit and get a bullish market structure shift and hold this zone? Then I'm going to stick to a long bias. If we kind of slice through this zone and we get 4 hour candle closures below it, so that would be below like 25,560s, okay, then maybe I could start to look for the next open imbalance, which would be around here. So we have another 4 hour gap right here. This one is untested. So, this is another clear imbalance. Maybe eventually the market trades into here, but I would not be anticipating this until the first level gets invalidated. So I just play level to level, I do think we'll make it into this level at some point. I'll watch the reaction at that level. And if it's bullish, I'll look for longs up towards, a new all-time high, because that would be the next logical target. If we lose this zone, I'll look for the next logical level to the downside for me, which would be around here in this previous consolidation. So, I mean, yeah, that's about my analysis right now. Like, we just got to wait. We got to be patient. But all right, guys. I mean, John, I know you're a busy man. You got to head off. And guys, what we're going to do when John heads off, we'll run a giveaway right now. But thanks again for coming on. As always, man, with you. And yeah, keep us posted if you take any trades. Maybe we'll talk about it next time you're on.
Yeah, we'll do. Yeah, always great, Zach. Thanks. Yep.
Awesome, man. All right. Thanks again, bro. Talk to you later.
Thanks, everyone.
Peace. Bye. All right, guys. Yeah, I mean, so that's my weekly analysis for the time being. I things are subject to change. We just got to see how the price action develops. But let's go ahead and run a giveaway, guys. Are we down? We down to run a giveaway? Also, shout out John. Yeah, some people are saying thank you, John, in the chat. Show John some love. You know, W's for John, man. He's a great dude. I mean, it's awesome when the founder of the company you work for is also a trader. You get to talk trading. So yeah, it's awesome that he's been coming on regularly. But all right, guys, do we want to run a giveaway? We can give away some top 1 futures accounts, some 25K elite challenges. Let's give away 2 maybe to start off the stream. What do you guys think? You guys down for that? We're only at 32 likes, guys. Let's try and bring that up to 50 likes. Let's get 50 likes, but I'll still run a giveaway right now. Let's do it. So this is what we're going to do to enter the giveaway. And I'm going to take a bathroom break while you guys get your entries in. But to enter the giveaway, I want you to type John in the chat. Type John in the chat to enter. And I'll be back in like 2 or 3 minutes. And as soon as I get back, we will announce the winner of 2 top 1 futures elite challenges. So get your entries in right now, and I will be right back. And we'll come back to you guys with the winner. All right, guys, we are back. How we doing? Told you, quick break. I see we're getting some entries in. Guys, this is what we're going to do. Just so that I definitely don't miss your entry, just do me a favor and just type your entry one more time, just so that I don't miss you guys. All right, I don't want to miss anyone. So go ahead, put your entry in one more time, and we will announce, or we'll end the entries at 9:04. So you got a few more seconds to get your entry in one more time. Go ahead. Cool. I see they're coming in. All right, I'll give you like 15 more seconds, okay? 15 more seconds. All right, I think we probably got everyone. Everyone got a chance to get in, right? All right, that's going to be it for the entries right now. Okay, so we'll get this in. What you guys want to do? Do we want to run a little duck race or something? We'll get a little duck race going. We'll give away one of the accounts like that. All right, let's see how many entries we got in. Nice. We got a lot. We got a lot. Cool. All right, beautiful. We got them in. Let's go ahead and let's do this. By the way, guys, let me know if the music is good. Can you hear the music? Is it too loud? Is it too quiet? Just let me know that as well. Emoji race. All right. Yeah, we want to do the emoji race. We can do that. I'm down for that. How do I find that? I forgot how we find that. Can I search for it or something? That didn't help. Oh, here we go. I got it. I got it. All right. We'll make it 30 seconds. Let's get these names in. Smart Tech AI. I'll add your name. Let's make sure you're not in. All right. I'll add your name. No worries, bro. I got you. All right. Here we go. Let's get ready to run it. Let's run it up, guys. So let's set. All right. Let's hit this emoji race. Oh my God. Let's see who's got it. I see Benjamin right there. He's coming up. I see some familiar names. Dude, I think it's going to be Ice 11. Oh, dude, there's no way this Transium loses. He's way ahead of everyone. I am. Then we got this guy. That guy's the winner. Transium. Okay, I got to turn this music off. Transium, you are the winner, bro. Congratulations. You won a Top 1 Futures Elite account. Now, please remember to let me know you're here in the chat first off. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go to Prop Firm Match Support on X. Okay. So we have an X account dedicated to support. So I'm going to drop this link in the chat. Go ahead to Prop Firm Match Support to claim your account. Okay. But please, before we do that, let me know you're here in the chat. Okay, I see you. Perfect. You're in. So yeah, just let them know you're the winner. Send a screenshot, show them proof of your YouTube name, Transium, and you're good to go, bro. Also, guys, please remember that if your country happens to be restricted from the account, you can't trade with them, and we're not going to be able to give you a different account. So your country cannot be restricted. Make sure to check the FAQs. And number two, it's only Monday, so we don't have anything to worry about. But remember, what was I going to say? Remember that you can only win once per week. Jasmine says we have 54 people watching and 100 people in the giveaway. No, we don't. I'll show you. It looks like that, but it's not. It's not. I'll show you. Watch. If I go back to the names, it looks like that. It just doesn't update it. Let me show you. I'll put the names in again. Right now it says 5 out of 100. At first it's going to say 100, but I just have to fix it. Here, let me put the list back in because we'll run one more giveaway anyway. Hold up. I know it looks like that, Jasmine, but it's not. I'll show you. So I put the names in. It says 99 out of 100, but watch. If I go to done and then I click on the list again, there we go, 50. So there were 50 names in this list out of 100. It just looks like that for a second. It's just the website. But yeah, so you're just going to go to Prop Firm Match Support on X and claim your giveaway. Do we want to run one more? Zombie race. This is a zombie race? We'll do it on the next one. We got the emojis up. We'll do the emojis. Last one for the time being. And again, we have trades by Slade coming on at like 9:45, guys. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, let's run one more giveaway here. This is for another Top 1 Futures Elite account. Lubega Samuel. I mean, if you missed the entries, you missed the entries, my friend. I'm sorry. Just stay tuned. We're running like, I got 6 more accounts to give away on stream. So just stay tuned, my friend. Oh, I have this on 30 minutes. Yo, that would be crazy. We cannot do a 30-minute emoji race. Absolutely not. Thanks for noticing that. That would be crazy. Imagine. All right, 30 seconds. 30-second giveaway. Let's run it. Yeah, it would be a marathon for sure. Here we go. Here we go. Let's run it. Guys, if you put your name in, then you're in the giveaway. All right. If you came a little late, then you missed it. That just is what it is. But don't worry, we're giving away 6 more accounts today. You'll have multiple opportunities. Okay, MT4 alerts is coming up. Damn, dude. I think he's... Oh, Josh. Josh is going to hit this one. Damn. Bro, Josh came in out of nowhere and just stole that race. Shout out, Josh. Shout out, Josh. You were the winner, bro. I think... Killer, man. Killer. Josh Garcia, you were the winner of a Top 1 Futures 25K Elite Challenge. Again, prop firm match support. You're going to go here, guys. I'll put it in the chat one more time. Bam. Hey, Web3, the Blue Guardian accounts don't have activation fees, so we're going to give away some of those next. But okay, Josh, you're the winner, bro. Congratulations. Just going to add that in here. All right. All right, that's good for giveaways for a minute. Guys, if we want to do another giveaway soon, here's what I want from you guys. Let's hit at least 60 likes before another giveaway. But in the meantime, we have trades by Slade coming on in like 30 minutes. That's going to be awesome. Okay, it's going to be an awesome conversation. Just got to let him know. He asked if he can come on at 9:45, which is totally fine. All right. All right, so what are we thinking, guys? What are we thinking? Chat, bullish or bearish today? Let me know. Bullish or bearish? If you had to pick, are we closing red or are we closing green? Shivam says bullish. Dino says bullish. Lion says bullish. Everyone's bullish. Suhail bullish. I don't blame you guys. Ooh, all right. We got a bear in the chat. I am gold is bearish. I'm confused when it's at all-time highs. Yeah, bro. Facts. Ooh, Benjamin, short-term bearish. Bro, I'm inclined to agree with you there. Short-term bearish. I like that. I think that's actually a fair analysis. I do think this 4-hour gap, like I said, guys, we're going to come into this 4-hour gap at some point. Like, mark my words, this week, we will tap into this gap. Does it happen today? Maybe. I think it could. I think it could happen today. Again, one of the big problems is that we have no news, man. Like, we have another Monday with no news. Tuesday, no USD news. Wednesday we have FOMC. So, okay. Maybe there'll be some good moves at 2 p.m. on FOMC. Thursday, no news. Friday, no news. No red folder news. I mean, it's just crazy, bro. Absolutely crazy. When there's volatility, there is us. Yeah, well, we got to be there for the volatility, man. Agreed. But yeah, we got to just chill right now. But yeah, I like this overall fair value gap. It also aligns with the new week opening gap. I think it's a clear draw on liquidity. It's just a matter of like when, not if. When is it going to happen? I think this is a good short-term line in the sand, this 15-minute gap. So I'm actually going to be watching this. See how we reacted inside this 15-minute bullish gap. Got a nice pop, but kind of putting in a lower high here, potentially. I think if we can get a closure below this, like 804 on the 15-minute time frame, I think that could be a pretty good signal for us to get down here and fill this new week opening gap. I like that idea. If we could find some SMT divergence on ES and NQ, that would also be helpful. I don't think we have any at the moment. Oh, we do. We do. So NQ has been making higher highs, right? Since the open, overnight open. The ES is actually not. So that's interesting. It's kind of putting in a lower high right here. But you got to take this with a grain of salt, because I do feel like, I mean, ES has equal highs right here. We're probably going to want to come up and smash these equal highs. So maybe we get one more move up at 9:30, and then we can start looking for the move to the new week opening gap. Yeah, I do think we're going to take this low today, though. You know, the more I look at it, I think we're going to come for the Asia low. Yeah, I think we're going to come for Asia low today, guys. I think that's going to be my play. Let's see where midnight is at, too, because that's a key level. Yeah, we got midnight below, too. This is good. Okay. Because we can also play the midnight retracement model, right? So we can look for the first inversion fair value gap to present in the direction of midnight. So, okay. Honestly, I'm kind of liking this now. So we have a little 5-minute gap here. What time is it? It's 9:07. We got some time before 9:30 open, but we have a little gap right here. I'll pay attention to this. And really, that's the only inversion that we can possibly play for now. But I'm not going to take any trade until 9:30. So we just got to be patient here. We might get this little inversion, though, and then go lower. We'll see. I think we're going to retrace to midnight today, guys. You know, the more I look at this, it's starting to make sense to me. I think it's going to happen. You want me to do some analysis on gold? I can do that. Yeah, we can take a look at gold. Is anyone in a trade? Let me know if you're actually in anything at the moment. We can look at that too. So damn, gold is down another 2% since the open. Jesus. Benjamin, you're in a trade? Let us know, bro. Short or long? Damn, look at gold, man. Still pulling back. Shivam is short gold. Okay. LF cap is in longs. Guys, do you guys know how to show your chart? Like, what you can do is, if you have a markup of your trade on TradingView, you can go right here to this little camera icon, click on that, and click copy link. If you click that, it'll send me a link to, it'll take a screenshot of your chart, and then we can look at it. I can analyze your trade ideas and your markups, just so you guys know. Okay, so gold. Let's take a look at gold. Let's start off on the daily time frame. So obviously we are still very bullish on the daily time frame. There's no question there. This is a deeper pullback, but it's kind of, you know, we needed this. We need a deeper pullback to show that this market is healthy. So we're still inside this daily fair value gap. This is really kind of our line in the sand right now. If you could see, the market retraced to it, and we tried to get a little bounce right here, but it failed. The bounce has failed. It's beginning to look like we'll probably want to take out this daily low. So I'll be watching that. Let's go down to the 4-hour now. Yeah, I mean, this daily fair value gap has to be your line in the sand. If you get a rip up to the upside, bouncing from this gap, you can then look for like a move to the next imbalance, right? If we just play level to level, there's an open 4-hour fair value gap right here. So like you could frame out a long setup, something like this. That's once you go down to the 1 hour. Like if you can get a strong 1 hour closure above right here, 4,099, I think you could frame along up towards this wide open 4-hour fair value gap. So something like this. So maybe we sweep this low, take this liquidity, and then push up. If we take out this swing high, maybe we create a fair value gap in here. You can look for the move up to here as you're drawing liquidity. I like that, but the setup hasn't actually formulated yet. You know, we don't got anything in there. So you just got to be patient with gold too. Tough markets, man. Hey, Abby's in the chat. Good morning. Good morning. How we doing? Come on, Zach. Come on, Zach. What? What's good, bro? Let me know. 4270. Dino, 4270. What, you're looking for that as a target? Yeah, I mean, that's the upper portion. That's the higher start. Like, because there's a 4-hour fair value gap right here. This is the closer one. This would be like the low-hanging fruit, right? But you have another gap. This would be your premium 4-hour fair value gap that the market could also retrace into, which aligns with like 4270 area. A little bit higher, 42 like 88, 4290. Oh, we got some people shorting NQ. This is interesting. Tell us what price you're short, guys. I like it. I want to short the hell out of this. You guys know me. I want to short NQ too. Look, we got that inversion. Okay, so if you were going to play this is the thing. I don't want to enter this trade before the 9:30 open, but you could play this. This is a trade for sure. And again, you're trading to midnight. Okay, we're looking for that retracement to midnight. Honestly, if we can get a pullback after 9:30 open, I might try to join you in a short. NQ is in line with longs and you're trying to short. I mean, Abby, come on. You know what's up. We're above midnight open. So we can look for the midnight open retracement, right? So number one, we're above midnight. We're in a premium of the daily range. Number two, technically there's an 80% setup in play. We had this on Friday. Remember, Abby, with our the coaching call we had? I faded the 80% setup. I said, I'm not going to trade up to the point of control because it's just too far away. And we got the move up to the previous day's point of control. So, you know, yeah, is this a really bullish market right now? Yes, but I think looking for midnight is like low hanging fruit. You know, we can get this is a really shallow retracement on the higher time frame. It's nothing. I can't get long up here. I got no targets. Midnight it is. Let's go. No, Dino, I am not in any trades yet, bro. Nothing yet. Abby, don't just do it blindly, but the way we're, you know, the way we analyze price, we would be looking for midnight. You know, like it makes sense. The thing is, so you got to get an inversion. You need to have a good entry, and we need the entry to present at 9:30. So we got no entry just yet. Who's today's guest? Trades by Slade. Trades by Slade is today's guest. I'll show you him. This dude takes a lot of payouts, man. He's a solid trader. Trades by Slade. Look, 10K payout with Apex. He took out 30K a few months ago on Apex in June. Yeah, dude takes a lot of payouts, man. Really solid trader. He trades inversions like me. He trades like an ICT strategy, but he's not solely based in ICT from what I remember. So yeah, I mean, I haven't talked to him for a few months. I had him on my stream a while back, I think at the beginning of the year. So it'll be cool to catch up with him, see what he's been up to. But we follow each other on X. I know he's been killing it. So But yeah, this is going to be the guest. Trades by Slade. Abby says it's annoying because if we dump today, so does my crypto, and it's looking so nice. Hey, that's just the reality of holding the bag, right? You guys want me to look at Bitcoin? I really don't look at Bitcoin like that, but I could do it quickly. No News Monday could drift to the longs. I've seen that a lot this year on ES and NQ. I do want to short this thing. Hey, Urcon's in the chat. What's up, bro? Yeah, man, of course. I mean, I was talking about that earlier before you were on. Like on No News Mondays, we do often just drift higher. So we got to be cautious of that. But yeah, I like an idea to trade to midnight. Even if we end up being bullish all morning, right? Like, I mean, all day, we could still do this. We could have a bullish day, but still just retrace to midnight and then close a bullish day. So we'll see. We had this little inversion that presented, but remember, we don't take the first inversion before 9:30 a.m. We only start looking after 9:30 a.m. So no trade yet. Trades by Slade is coming on in, what time is it? He's coming on in like 15 minutes. Yeah, on my personal YouTube, I actually have a new video coming out on my personal YouTube. I'm probably going to drop it today. I just need to get the thumbnail made. And I'm talking all about my most recent 10K payout with Tradeify. I go over the stats. We look at the trading journal. And then I talked about some of the setups that I took and break them down. So I think it'll be a cool video. That's going to come out most likely today, as long as I get my thumbnail made. So yeah, stay tuned for that. You could find my YouTube channel in the description of the video. Yeah, I did record a video over the weekend. I did it last night at like 8 o'clock. I didn't do anything trading related all weekend though. Other than that, like I chilled. I enjoyed my weekend. By the way, Zach, do you skate? I watched your reels. Yeah, man. I used to be, I mean, I still skate, but I used to be like a sponsored skater, traveling around, filming videos, and I still do it, just not as intense as I used to, you know, because I'm super focused on my career now, trading. But yeah, man, I filmed a lot of videos back in the day, skate videos. And I still do. I just don't do it as often. 3 minutes to go for the open. Yep. 9:27. Thanks, Dino. Yeah, I got a lot of clips on there on my personal Instagram account. Do I skate on half pipes? Nah, man, I skate street. So I skate like, you know, I do handrails, I gap over stair sets, that type of thing. Ooh, that was ooh. What's going on there? Damn. Let's get our accounts open, actually. Got to be careful with these accounts. We're trading 2 micros, guys. Time is it? 9:28. Dude, I'm so tempted to just get short at the open. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. I really want to take this short, yo. We got a minute. I got to just be patient. Yo, oh my God. Are we going to miss the move? Are we going to drop before the open? Yo, I'm not going to lie. I may set a limit order inside this fair value gap right here at 8:29. I think I'm going to do it. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this. There's an SMT as well. I'm setting a limit order inside this little 1 minute gap. Maybe it'll be the death of me. I don't think so. I might not even get the fill. We might just drop from here. We'll see. Oh my God. Deep pull. Oh my God. Dude, I'm so silly. Okay, okay, hold up. Worst trade of my life. Might be worst trade of my life. Damn, I really believed in that. Dude, I really thought that was going to work. Oh my God. Bro. Listen, you guys are going to see me make mistakes, man. We just swept this high. You know what I just realized too? This is a 25-point move all the way up here. Okay, I just took an immediate L. Jesus Christ. Dude, this market is weird right now. I would have thought that would have been like a 200 tick move, but it was only 100 ticks. Immediate L. Turn off degen switch. I'm not being a degen. I was in on 2 micros. It's nothing. I probably should have not had a limit order at the open with this type of market, but I don't know. It made sense, dude. Made sense to me. I'm still going to look for a short to midnight. I think it could still happen. What time is it? It's 9:31. Okay, Slade's going to come on soon. Honestly, maybe we should be looking at ES shorts because it's more bearish than the NQ. That might be another factor here. Look, I think we're going to get the move here. Okay, I'm going to put a sell stop right here. There's still bearish SMT. ES is pulling lower. I'm going to give this one more room too. Chat, am I cooked? Am I off? I really think we're going to take these lows. We still have an SMT. We have a clear SMT. Problem is, it might be safer to be shorting ES because there's relative weakness. Like, I think we could be in a situation where ES goes lower and NQ just grinds higher because this is pretty different. Dude, we're just building up so much liquidity here. We're building up so many lows, dude. I don't think I'm crazy for trying this. If I do take another loss on these Tradeify accounts, I'm going to risk sync and move over to a different set of accounts. Even 50 points would still be like a low-hanging fruit move to the drawn liquidity. I am taking small risk, guys. We're in small risk. Okay, let's just take these lows at least and then see what happens. I probably should have used a wider stop on my first attempt. I think my stop was a little too tight. Okay, here we go. Can we get 793? I'm on 793. That would be this swing low, a couple ticks before. Come on. We're going to move stops to break even. Do not edge me, NQ. Do not edge me. We should take out this low. My TP is a few ticks before the low. This is still a base hit, so no one tell me I'm holding for too long. We think the market's going to move to midnight, right? Our draw on liquidity is midnight, meaning my TP is way before our intended draw on liquidity. So this is low-hanging fruit. All right, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but that's my target. This is the low-hanging fruit. We're looking for this swing low to get swept, and I still want the market to ultimately trade to midnight, right? So me TPing up here is not holding for too long just because it's consolidating around my TP. Now, the market's so bullish that, yeah, it could just rip back up and stop me out break even. It is what it is. And if it does, then it's just, again, the market telling me how difficult it's going to be this week or today. Let's take a look at ES. ES did not sweep out this low either, so there's no SMT there. Or there's a slight SMT. Yeah. Damn, deep pullback. Deep pullback. If we get top to break even, it is what it is, man. I'm not going to cry about it. I feel like we're going to get stopped break even. We're inside this 1 minute fair value gap. This really needs to hold. If it doesn't, we'll get a break even right here, right? So let's see. Like, it's just so funny because, like, it's still just such a low-hanging fruit draw on liquidity. But we'll just go within a tick of it and completely reverse instead of sweeping it. That's the kind of market we're in, man. We're about to get stopped break even. Jesus, dude. That's why we're trading micros today, guys. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Jesus, man. All right. We got about 5 minutes till Slade comes on. I cannot believe that. Man, this is trading. This is trading. Watch, we're going to inverse this 1 minute gap and then now drop to my TP just to make the least amount of sense. I'm telling you. I don't know. ES looks like it wants to rip up. There's no fair value gap in here. All right, guys, this is what we're going to do. Enter again? No, not yet. Not yet. I'm going to wait till Slade comes on. We got Slade coming on in 5 minutes, guys. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to take one more quick break. And we'll also run a giveaway when we get back. So stay tuned. Slade's coming on in a few minutes, and I will be right back, you guys. We'll be right back. Yo, all right, guys, we're about to get Slade up on here. Market went back lower, but I'm not super convinced. All right, I'm not really convinced that anything has changed yet. So we're gonna give it a second. I'm gonna be patient. We'll see what Slade's looking at. Let's just get him in here. Just a moment. All right, Slade's coming on in a second. Let's just make sure we make a post about this. Gotta let people know. Guys, I think my TP is going to get hit, and I'm already out of the trade. Let's get our music back on, too. All right, I see Slade in here. We'll get him on. Yo, what's up, bro?
What's up, dude? How's it going?
Good, man. Good morning. How have you been, bro? I haven't talked in a minute.
I know. I've been good, dude. What about you?
Same old, man. Just trading, streaming. Been on a good run this summer. I think you've been doing pretty well as well. I've seen you've been taking some payouts, right?
Oh, yeah. I saw you, dude. You've been crushing it.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I mean, you too. I think what have you done recently? I feel like I just heard that you took some, was it Apex payouts?
Yeah, I took some big Apex payouts, and then I took some nice live account payouts too.
Ooh, personal live account?
Yeah, personal.
Nice, dude. Yeah, I just started trading a personal account as well. I was like, it's about time I start just trading some personal capital, you know?
Yeah, it's good. And then I was up big, and then you take that one loser, and you're like, ooh, hang on a minute.
What I've been noticing is, dude, I'm just trying to withdraw as much as possible in my personal. Just make sure I like realize gains, you know?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's the same thing. Like, I was on an insane run on that account. I took one pretty big L. I mean, still way up though. The big L, I was like, nah, I'm just gonna. So now I withdrew it. I'm back on the props, but it was fun. It was a fun little experiment.
Nice, dude. Nice. So, I mean, this market has been tough for me the last few weeks, bro. Like just grinding up to all-time highs. What are you looking at? Are you seeing anything, bro? I was just in a short and I got wicked out break even. I was short NQ around like 843. It was
Yeah,
looking beautiful. I wanted to just target this swing low right here.
yeah.
Just got, just edged my TP, hit my break even. So now I'm flat.
Dude, it's tough because when it's up here, all you want to do is short. But
I know. I know. I
these
always have that temptation.
these are the kind of markets I suck in. I'm not gonna lie. When it's just grinding, if it does grind higher, I'm the worst at it because I try to short it the whole way up. So
I mean, dude, it happens to the best of us. Do you want to get your screen up? Are you looking at anything? Maybe we could get your view on the price action. I've told everyone what I'm looking at. I would like to see a short down to midnight, but now I have no confirmation for this just yet, guys. So
yeah,
I'm hands off.
We can get it on.
Yeah, maybe just give a little intro to yourself as well, Slade, as a trader. I mean, I know you, but maybe for the chat, like, where you from, how long you've been trading, what style, just all that good stuff.
Yeah, so I've been trading around. I'd say I started about 8 years ago, but then 5 years ago really started getting more into it, and then about 2 years straight on futures now every day consistently for 2 years. And I'm from Alabama, USA. If you can't tell by the accent here, Alabama. But so like the past year, I've always traded inversion fair value gaps and looked at them. But I'd say for about the past year now, I've really just only been focusing on them. Before that, I would, kind of hop strategies a little bit. I would always be kind of profitable with any strategy though, just because I feel like if you watch the markets long enough, you know how they move. It's not going to really matter what strategy you use. But I like the inversions and the fair value gaps because I feel like I can get a really tight stop loss on them. And so that's kind of the strategy I use.
I like it, man. Yeah, I know that you were, I feel like when you were on ASFX TV a few months back, you were just starting to use the inversion. So you've found more success with that and you're really liking it now, huh?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same here, bro. Same here. Let's see. Can you did you get your chart up? See if I can pull that up for you. I don't see it yet. So what you do to get your chart up, go to present in the bottom corner, click on that, and then click share screen. So Dino's also asking, do you use a mix of setups and strategies then? So you still have a little bit of a mix, but you are focused on the inversion a little bit more these days.
Yeah, I'm mainly focused. I'm pretty much solely inversions now. A few months back, I was mixing them, but now I feel like it's easiest because I kind of have the Discord group was getting kind of confused and stuff. So it's easiest if you just focus on one strategy. So I say if you're gonna trade anything, just focus on one, become an ace in your one strategy, and you'll make money.
Fair. Well said, man. I like that. So maybe give a little overview of what you see right now.
Okay, so this is my chart. I'm on the 15-minute time frame. I mean, because on the lower time frames, just kind of chopping around pretty much.
Yeah.
But we have this 1 hour fair value gap here. We keep kind of tapping in. I feel like if we can get a closure below this 1 hour, we'll come right down here, take out the London lows, and come down, start coming down. I mean, I want to see us come down here. I'm sure you do too. Like that's what you were saying. but I just don't know if it's gonna happen.
I know.
But
Like,
I'm
like
kind
on
of
Friday,
just waiting.
this was a situation I'm trying to not repeat Friday, because Friday I was just ready to take the shorts, man. I took like 2 or 3 attempts. Luckily I didn't blow up. I had 2 L's and 1 break even, and I was trading very small because I had just taken a payout on my Tradeify account. So like I have a small drawdown. So I was trading like 2 micros. So I was down $200 by the end of the day on my accounts, but it was tough, bro. I'm trying not to repeat Friday because I just could not get on board with the longs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, I took a short this morning. I literally
Did you?
Yeah, so this morning right here, it was literally like a 10-minute inversion. People were like, 10-minute, what the heck is that? But like, dude, we swept the Asian high right here. It was looking good. So I hopped in this short and like right here on a retap into the gap. And I was literally targeting down here, but ended up taking partials right here, and then the rest kind of got stopped out at break even. But small little winner. Take it.
Very nice. So
yeah.
that's actually a question I have for you. So you take partials? Do you always take off part of your position before you reach your intended full target, or like how do you go about executing like that?
It just depends how many contracts. Like if I'm trading a 50K Apex account, I'm usually only running 1 mini. So I usually just take the base hits, you know, as soon as I get to a profit I'll just take it all off. But right now I'm running a 150K account, so I usually go about 3 minis. So when it's like that, I'll take it at like swing lows or fair value gaps. I'll take some off. So there's a swing low, take some off right there, and then you know, basically as we come down, I would take some off until I reach wherever I think is the full target. So that's how I kind of run it.
Yeah, makes sense to me. I like that. Some people are asking, so what's your average risk reward that you use on the inversions?
I mean, honestly, I'm not like a strict risk reward type person. So sometimes I mean, I'm gonna be honest, sometimes it'll be 1-to-1, sometimes it may even be negative if I'm going for a base hit, but I try to keep it over 1-to-1. But I mean, sometimes you're just not gonna get the perfect risk reward ratio. If it's a good setup, I'm gonna take it, you know.
Dude, 100%. So that's my mentality too. It's like I always want to get 1-to-1 or a little bit above, ideally. But bro, if I see a really good setup that can get me 0.8, even 0.5 R sometimes, like I'll take it because I can keep my win rate well above 65, 75% when I'm doing that. And at the end of the day, it's just about your R multiples relationship to your win rate. That's it.
Yeah, that's what I try to like tell everybody. Like the main thing you got to try to figure out in the markets is where price is headed right now. Because it doesn't matter what strategy you're trading. Like if you're on the wrong side, you're going to lose. It doesn't matter what strategy. So like if there's a super like say we're like right here and we're coming down like right here. If it's super clear and I can get like 10 points out of it, why wouldn't I just take it? You know, easy 10 points.
Completely agree, man. I'm always talking about that. Your target comes first. Do you have a draw on liquidity or a target? If you can identify that correctly, your entry is going to come a lot more naturally than if you're just trying to blindly take entry signals. I think a lot of people do that with inversions. They just like any inversion they see, they go, oh, I'm taking that because it's an inversion. It's like, you need to have a narrative on, well, why does the market want to go lower? Do you have a clear target? Do you have equal lows, Asia session lows? Like, what's the narrative behind it before you just blindly take any inversion fair value gap?
Yeah, completely agree, man. Dude, this market is just chopping, huh? Right, dude. It's not.
Bro, I had JD Adastra on Friday, who's a great trader. Do you know him?
I don't.
JD.
No.
Okay, well, solid trader. He also trades inversions, ICT. But bro, is so hyped for this stream to talk with JD and do some live trading. And Friday, the market opened, it looked exactly like this. Like, there was nothing happening, bro.
Yeah, so, it's brutal. I feel like this happens every time I go on somebody's stream. I've been on streams a few times, and it's always like this. I don't know what it is. I
feel like the last time me and you did a stream, it actually was like this. Now that I'm thinking about it.
It's every time, dude. I remember last time because it was like this, and then we had a scenario in mind. We said if it does this, then we take the trade. And as soon as we hopped off, it did exactly what we called out.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
crazy.
I think I ended up taking the trade too. And
Yeah.
I talked about it on X, dude. That's a good memory. I do remember that.
Crazy.
Yeah. Some people are agreeing though. Urcon's in here. He says, yeah, narrative comes first. Where's the liquidity? Yep, I agree with that. If you had to pick, Slade, like which side of the range do you think comes first? Because we swept the upper portion. Do you think we come up, sweep it again? Or do you think lower portion of the range?
Well, right now it looks like it's going up.
Yeah, I spoke 5 seconds too late.
I mean, it'd be nice. It'd be nice well, right now I would rather it go up, because just if it goes down from here, I don't really have an entry to take it down. So I'd rather it take, one more leg higher, make some kind of nice fair value gap, and then play the inversion down.
Completely agree, man. 100%. Yeah, it looks like we're going to get that. So yeah, that's a scenario, right? We take one more high, create some type of fair value gap that can give us the inversion. And then, I mean, we have a bunch of stacked lows. Like they're building up. We are building up liquidity. I'll go to my chart real quick and show you too. I'm sure you got your eye on this, but the new week opening gap, right? Like such a clear target, but it doesn't have to happen today or immediately. Like it could happen later in the PM session, but I do think ultimately, like this week, I think it's safe to say we will probably retrace into this new week opening gap, right?
Yeah.
So this is definitely a target. We just need to get some type of confirmation that the buyers are slowing down, which I'm just not seeing yet. But yeah, I really like this area as a target. Like, I think it could happen today still. The problem is no news Mondays are pretty rough a lot of the time. Like on days where there's no news and there's no catalyst to drive NQ lower, it can just grind up slowly all damn day. So I do want to be cautious of that as well.
Dude, you want to know what's crazy?
Yeah.
When you're talking about draws and targets and stuff, I can't believe the lows from October 17th. There was triple stacked lows, dude. They never got hit. And then over here on the 20th.
I'll go to your chart. I'm gonna go to your chart. Point them out. Dude, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Dude, they're right here. It's literally, let me see. Can you see that right there?
Dude, I remember this day still. Yep.
And dude, like they look so clean, and like they never came down and got hit. People thought, so let me zoom in here. Like let me see. So right here, it was like a bunch of good looking lows right here. And then I was in this short to play down to tag them.
I was in the exact same trade, bro.
Yeah, dude. And it came down and it literally made like another pretty much equal low. Didn't take him out. So my runner got stopped at break. I was like, dude, there's no freaking way. And then it just kept going higher and it never came back to get those. And then I was like, eventually right here, it looked like it might go down and get them. And nope, just turned around. I was like, well, I guess those are never going to get tagged, because now we're all the way up here. And I just can't believe it.
I swear those stacked lows have I've had a dream about them, because I just couldn't believe it, bro. Like we're going to take them eventually, but yeah, right now that's just out of the cards. I could not believe that on that
There's
day.
Like 10 of them stacked up now. It's crazy.
I was in the exact same trade as you, bro. And I remember being so confident. I was like, there's no way. Like, triple stacked lows, like we'll take them, no worries. And just totally got steamrolled.
Yeah, that one kind of made me mad, I'm not gonna lie. I got
100%. Because equal lows and equal highs are some of my favorite liquidity targets, because they really do work very well. So when we have those, I mean, those are things that I see as highly probable targets, and can't work 100% of the time though.
Yeah, I mean, dude, that probably squeezed the market higher. Everybody was just holding their shorts, saying, "There's no way. There's no way it's not gonna."
We got Wendy in the chat asking about if there's any naked point of controls. So I think there might be. I could point those out for you, Wendy. That comes from the volume profile, Slade. You probably remember we talked about that the last time we chatted. I use volume profile. And the big part of my strategy. So a naked point of control, for anyone that doesn't understand it, it's very simply a point of control from the volume profile that has not been tested yet. So These levels act as magnets for price. So we do. I mean, previous day's point of control is still technically a naked point of control. It has not been touched. So this is a potential magnet. And then also we have a naked point of control right here coming in at 25,150. So here's the thing with these types of levels, guys. You can't just be saying because there's a naked point of control down here that we need to just keep shorting every day until it touches. Like, you need to have some type of confirmation that we're going to begin selling off. And then this can become a logical target. But if the market's just gapping up every day and going higher, we're not automatically assuming this is going to get taken. But, you can see some clear examples on how on the higher time frame, when we leave these point of controls, like in this example, this was from Friday, October 10th, right? So that massive sell-off day. We left this point of control right here, which was at 25,316, right? So then for multiple days, we consolidate on the higher time frame, but eventually this level acts as a magnet to pull price up, and then this can become a target. But that doesn't mean that we just long every day right here because of this. We look for a reason. We still have to follow price action and market structure theory. But once we get that, this can become a logical target, which it did eventually get taken. So, you can just see that most of the time we do engage these point of controls. So when there is a naked point of control, here's another example. We left a point of control right here. So then for multiple days, we consolidate, we grind higher, and then that Friday sell-off, we eventually come down. So they just act as levels that can help you go, okay, I don't think the market is finished. I think we will eventually get a retracement back towards these point of controls. So they are there, but we can't be too confident in them at the moment because market is just ripping. But yeah, that's the idea. All right, so we're making a new
took
high.
Out those highs. Yeah.
Yep. Oh man, I wish I was one of those guys that could just get long on a higher low pullback, and just not think about it.
I can't do that either.
So
like on days like this for me, it's either short or just stay out. unless it gets a big pullback, but the big pullback would be something I would hope to get in short.
Yep, 100%. Garrow, I've never heard a comment like this. My relatives are checking my laptop and I don't want them to know that I trade. I've never heard that, bro. All right, I hope they don't find out that you trade.
Dude, I wish people didn't know I trade either.
Yeah, I don't tell anyone anymore, man. Like my first year into trading, all I did was talk about it. I think a lot of people make that mistake, and then I realized like these people do not care. Nobody likes trading.
Well, and if you see your buddies or your family or something, it's like anytime you see them, they're like, "Hey, man, can I borrow some money? I see you're making all that money on YouTube."
Yeah.
Like, dude, come on. You can join my mentorship.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, they think it means like, oh, this guy must make $100 million a month. It's like, nah, dude, not really.
Yeah, man. It's like I'm also probably losing years off my life staring at these charts here.
Dude, when people do ask, like, should I get into it? I see you're doing well. Like, oh, you made $30,000 last month. Like, yo, can you teach me? I go, you don't want to know how to do this, dude. It is so stressful. Like,
dude, it's crazy because literally 1 month you can feel like you are on top of the world, and then the next month you can be right back down. Like the market, I know it's so cliche and people say it, but it'll humble you, man. Like 1 month you can feel like you're the greatest. The next month you can say, man, do I even know what I'm doing?
And you really, like, it tests you. It makes you really believe that you don't know what you're doing anymore.
And it doesn't, I don't care what people say. It doesn't matter how long you've been trading. Like it happens to everybody, dude. Some people might get like, start to feel better with it, but they still have those lows, I don't care what you say. For sure.
I always, I forgot who told me this, but I love this saying, which is just that trading profits come in disproportionate waves. So like you have months where you're doing really well, you're reading the market, whether that's because your personal life is going really well, or it's just the price action, or it's a mix of both. you're performing really well in the market, and you could have like major outlier months or periods of time where you're just doing incredibly. The thing is that it can't last like that forever. Like, it's just impossible. So you're going to go through your drawdown periods where you were going to feel like you don't know what you're doing. And the biggest thing about like learning how to trade full time or just relying upon trading for a portion of your income is understanding that when you're doing well, you need to be able to manage that money appropriately, because it is inevitable that there will be months where you are not doing well. It's not linear where it's like, once I start making a certain amount of dollars per month, I make that every month. It's just not how it works with trading.
For sure. For sure.
All right. So we got a little pop. We're outside the range. I mean, we don't even have a fair value gap in here on the 1 minute from what I see.
No,
do we have a little one?
Really. Tiny one right there. Yeah, I was looking at that.
It's like, does that even count,
Dude, if we do inverse that, I might just throw a paper trade on just to say something.
Scratch the itch.
Yeah. Well, I'm done for the day anyway, so.
Oh, so you are green on the day from the short earlier?
Yeah, I took a short, and I'm up $820 times 3 accounts, so I'm good.
Nice. What props are you trading these days?
Dude, right now I'm trading some take profit trader accounts. So
shout out TPT. They are listed on Prop Firm Match, by the way, guys. Code Match. You get the best discounts there. What do you like about TPT?
Daily payouts, of course. But dude, I'm going into the new year. I want to be loaded up. So right now I'm kind of just like chilling, not really using too much mental capital. We got 3 TPTs, but right before the new year, I want to load up and just be funded on every firm I can.
And copy trade all of them at the same time, or flip back and forth?
I don't know, man. I want to copy trade them all at the same time, but it's also like going into the new year, I just want to make sure I get a payout. So I'll probably end up grouping them in like 4 or 5 groups just to ensure I get a payout going, like starting off the year. I know if I group trade 4 or 5, I can definitely get a payout.
Exactly. Yeah, I do the same. I do it the same way because, the beauty of props is that the risk reward is so high. Like, one payout can, swipe away a bunch of failed challenges. It's just the way it is. So I like to group trade, and I'll trade, like right now I'm trading some Tradeify accounts. I'm trading some My Funded Futures accounts. That's it. But I have max allocation with both firms, and I just go back and forth. So if I take a loss on one, I'll move over to the other, so that if I end up taking a loss on 2 accounts, if I, just have a really bad day, at least I've synced my risk up and spread it out, Yeah, it's safer for me doing it that way.
That's the smart way to do it. If this was solely my job, that's the only way I would do it. There's no way I would copy trade all the groups to get like all grouped together.
It's too dangerous. You're putting all of your capital at risk like that. It's way too dangerous.
And because you can make money, like it'd be stupid, honestly, because you can make money trading groups, and plenty of money. You don't need that much money.
No, you really don't. Like, yeah. I mean, with 5 Tradeify accounts, you can take, at minimum, you'll be taking $10,000 payouts each cycle. Like, you do that a couple of times, you've had a nice little, you've made a nice little nut, and then you can chill a little bit. So when I do like lock in and I take a bunch of payouts in a row, then I like slow down, and I go, okay, I'm going to limit how much I'm spending right now, and just try and like ride this momentum instead of like buying more prop accounts right away. That's why I liked what you just said. You're going to wait till the beginning of the year to kind of load up, because is that because you already did well this year? So like, why put that at risk? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. That's it. I mean, I've already made plenty this year, so there's no point in me trying to load up now and then say I blow them up right before the new year. Then I go into the new year with my morale down and stuff. My morale's up. It's high right now. I'm just going to keep it that way. And then I'm going to pass a bunch of accounts before the new year, trade them in groups, get some payouts. at the new year, and then just have it right off the rest of the year on those payouts is the plan.
Yeah, dude, I actually really like that. Because same here. I had an amazing year. It's like, why try to just keep putting on that risk going into the end of the year? Just like end the year on a really high note and come back.
Yeah, that's how I plan on. Yeah,
getting a little something. Do you prefer instant funded or challenges?
That's a tough one. Like if I've already gotten payouts, I prefer instant funded for sure.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm starting out, then I would go with the evals.
Makes
just because they're cheaper.
Yep, 100%. We're getting a little. This is looking a little heavy here. I mean, it's just the 1 minute, but
I know it. And I'm zoomed in, super zoomed in on these candles here, but one little action going on here. So
yeah,
I might take a little paper here. 69 contract paper short.
Ooh, let's see it. Is anyone in a trade? Chat? Who's looking at shorts? Damn, it's coming. It's looking all right. Do you use the midnight price, Slade? Do you look at midnight at all?
I used to. Yeah, I haven't been using it lately. I have it on this chart here. I can turn it on, but I used to use it.
I'm big on midnight price. It's a major level for me usually, at least in like the first 2 hours, just for the retracements. I love trading towards midnight if we haven't tested it yet after 9 a.m. And yeah, you got midnight way below that also aligns with the overall targets, that downside targets, that makes sense. So yeah, I would love to see a retracement to midnight. And then I don't care what happens. If it wants to test midnight and then just go back up to all-time highs, fine to me. I just want to see a nice pullback, you know?
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm papered in, buddy. Put my stop loss.
In. 69 minis?
Bro, I'm in big. It's go big or go home. I'm about to get insta stopped here.
Let's see if it retests that 1 minute gap real quick. There you go. Nice. You're getting a nice reaction there.
There we go.
Dino says, why 69?
Bro, my favorite number. Let's see, dude.
By the way, chat, if you guys want me to run another giveaway while we got Slade on, we can give away some Blue Guardian accounts, which are 25K challenges with no activation fee. Okay. If you guys want us to run that giveaway, let's just try and get this like counter up a little bit. Let's get it up to at least 80. All right. 80 likes before we run another giveaway. So Slade, you've been streaming a lot still. I feel like, I see you in the pre-market from time to time, and I like to hop in. Do you have like a regular streaming schedule, or is it more just like whenever you got the time?
Yeah, so I stream the pre-market every day, and that's just kind of like my fun stream. I like to have fun on there. And then I'm also stream London session, but that's not on YouTube. So it's every day for pre-market on YouTube. So
London session is through your Discord?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yep.
When did you start that up? Is that somewhat new? If
you
want to let the team know about it. I mean, you got a Discord up. What do you have going on there?
Yeah, so it's like, live stream. That's my main session. So that's when I'm really trying to make my money on the funded accounts. So I got like a premium Discord. People join and teach them the strategy, and they can trade with me. And then so yeah, I trade there. And then if people like who are in the premium, if they want to trade New York session, when I hop on for the pre-market, I do the analysis or whatever, what I want to see happen. And then I also just have fun. I put on some paper trades if I've already made money in the pre-market stream. But usually I hope to already be done by the time I'm in the pre-market.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
What do you like about London session?
So during the day, I run a jewelry business, right? I would rather trade the New York session.
Sure.
But the London session, it's still a session. You still get good movement sometimes. Lately, it's been kind of trash. But
has it?
Yeah, man. like 2 weeks ago, it was perfect. Like when we had that huge dip and everything was moving like crazy. It was, dude, London session was on fire then. Huge movement. But I mean, I've still been catching wins. They're just not like major, like today was like 16 points or something, which is still a good win, base hit win.
Yeah, I know what you mean though. When the volatility is there, you can capture 25, even 50 points in the London session when it's moving.
Yeah. And it's a lot easier. I feel like it's a lot easier to see the targets, like your draw and stuff, when stuff's actually has momentum and stuff. When it's kind of choppy and there's not a lot of volume, it's hard to pick, figure out the draw, I feel like.
100%.
Sometimes.
Yeah, 100% agree with you there.
Well, I might get saved here. I might have edged my stop loss there.
Let's see. I mean, your stop makes sense. Technically, you're above that inversion fair value gap. Like, we don't want to see it go above that anyway.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, we're going to get this sell-off today. I'm really calling it. We're going to sell off to midnight. It's just a matter of how long do we want to grind up. I think this might be it. This is looking decent.
So are you saying I should put my target here at midnight level? Is that where we're headed?
I mean, I'm a base hit guy, so this is the thing. Even though I like to target, like midnight is the overall draw and liquidity. If I can get good risk reward way before midnight, I'm taking it. But you're in on 69 minis, bro. So you might as well go for the full target,
Yeah, but you see, I usually don't like to enter trades like this anyway, because like you see how we got a bunch of like wicks and stuff up here.
Yeah.
So in my head, if it wants to go down, I would rather see like one spike up and then come down. Like I don't like how everything's stacking up here.
Me neither. Yeah. That's something that like they're not technically perfect equal highs, but I think when you trade ICT and liquidity concepts, it's like we notice those things. When you just have a bunch of stacked up wicks, it's kind of acting the same way as like equal highs or equal lows a lot of the time. But you also have that to the downside right now. So maybe we just hit the downside of the range first.
Yeah, hopefully.
There you go.
I mean, well, not hopefully for like this is paper trade, but like since I'm in it, might as well be hopefully,
Yeah, I may join you if we can pull a little bit lower. We'll see.
Is there any higher time frame fair value gaps?
To the downside?
There's a 5 minute right there.
Yeah, there's a 5 minute. There is a 5 minute. Oh, that could be an inversion.
Exactly. That's what I was looking at. That 5 minute.
Yeah, I may join you if we inverse that 5 minute. I think that's a solid signal. Oh, look at that. Looking real good now.
Heck yeah. And so like if I was actually trading, like I'm super what's the word? I'm super conservative. So like at this low right here, I would probably move to break even. Just because we already hit this low and I'm super conservative. So just boom, I would do that. And now it's a free trade. Like that's exactly how I would trade it. And if it gets stopped out at break even, oh well. I tried and it could come up one more time, but I like to win, so I'd rather take a break even than a loss.
I do the exact same thing. I mean, I was in a nice short at the open right before you hopped on. Listen, it came like 60 ticks away from my TP. At that point, bro, I got to go break even. Like, I can't allow that to turn into a loss. So I went break even. And you know what? I'm glad I did because we pulled higher after that. So it just wasn't the right time.
Yeah. So this, this is something I would do. And if it came up and hit this, then I would be stopped at break even. I'm just going to leave it up here just to see, but
yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, you also have you got a little 1 minute gap that just printed. So maybe it can kind of retest that in general and hold. Yeah, guys, we're only at 60 likes. Let's get to 80 likes and we'll run a giveaway, chat.
Ooh, get the like button up. Let's go.
That like button up. Smash that like button, fam.
It's free. It's free.
Free giveaway. Up. It's free to smash the like button, too. Erkan is asking, how did you guys train yourselves with the break even? That's a good question because a lot of people get frustrated when they move to break even. They get stopped out. It's classic. You get stopped out, break even, trade runs to your TP, and you go, why? I'm over managing the trade. You start telling yourself that. How do you look at that? Like, what's your psychology with the break even?
Well, like I'm super competitive. I'll put it this way. I'm super competitive. I'm a person that hates losing. And I know if I take anytime I take a loss, I'm putting myself at risk of going on tilt. It doesn't matter. Like, that's why I have a rule. Like if I take one loss on the day, I'm usually just finished. Because I know if I trade more after that loss, then I'm probably gonna go on tilt. So I'd rather take a break even, give myself another chance than to take a loss on the day. That's how I look at it.
Yep, because you always can get back in. That's the idea, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Same thing with me, Archon. I would answer that the same way. Especially these days, I like to keep my win rate. If I can keep my win rate up to around 70% when I'm targeting 1-to-1 or even a little bit less than 1-to-1, I need to keep that win rate high. So I'd rather take a break even than a loss. It's that simple. And it's not fun. Like getting stopped break even and then seeing your trade run is not fun, but I've trained myself to be able to get back in. So I'd just rather take the break even. Like it saved us this morning. I mean, I took a break even on my trade and it ran higher. I would have got my full stop out. So, just 50-50. It's a give and take there.
Another point is like I said, like my stop, like I'm sure yours is probably like this too, but my stops are usually pretty tight. So like if it comes up and comes back to my entry here, I mean, what are the probabilities it's not going to come up and tap this stop loss anyway? It's so close.
Exactly.
If it's already down here, I really don't want to see it come back up to my entry anyway.
Exactly. It's like, do I even want to be in that trade anymore? Like it's not doing what I was intending it to do. So yeah, Ericon said, great view on it. I hate to lose too. I want to train myself more with break even. Yeah, I think it helps because, if you don't go break even and now you're sitting in drawdown, the thing is we think less clearly once we're in drawdown in a trade. Like, so even if I get a break even, at least I'm flat and I can think clearly and try and get back in with a clean slate as opposed to, seeing the market chop around while I'm in drawdown or something like that. I think I have less optimal decision making once I'm taking losses like that or chopping around in drawdown.
And also to kind of pony off what you're saying here, like we go for base hits, right? So usually I'm not going for a trade this huge. Yeah. So like when it gets down to my break even, I kind of just want to see it just go straight to that base hit and just take the money. Like, like you're saying.
Exactly. Like if you were in this trade on a real account, would you already be out by now or what would you be targeting if you took
I'd be out like on funded accounts with consistency rules and stuff. Well, how many points is this? This is some good points here. I usually go for like 15 points. Like this is way more. Yeah. This is like maxed out at like 35 points right there.
100%. Also not this week, but the last couple of weeks though, the market it's been a lot more volatile. You probably noticed that. So it's been a lot easier to capture like 50 points and it's still a base hit based off the volatility of the price action. But I noticed last week it started to slow back down. So I was actually taking a lot of trades that it looks like a base hit, but it's still a 50-point move and I was sizing down. But coming into last week or like the last couple of days of last week, the volatility slowed down a little bit. And I started realizing like, I think I need to go back to looking for like 20 to maybe 30 points maximum. You just always got to pay attention to the volatility because sometimes 50 points is the base hit when the market's really moving. Other times it's 20.
Yeah, and I might be a little off on the points here because you got to remember I trade the London session, so things move a lot slower. I go for like 10 to 15 points, and that's probably like 30 to double the points in New York session. It moves a lot slower in London.
100%. Yeah, that probably equates to the same if you're just comparing London to New York.
Yeah. But yeah, it has been moving a little bit slower lately. I don't know. Dude, you know what movie I watched last night? Which is, I don't know, it's just a pony, like a little side thing.
Well, yeah, tell us. What movie?
I forget what it was called, but it was about like how like another country was shooting rockets over here or something and like trying to blow up the US, and it was just like crazy. I was like, man, the markets would be crazy if that was actually happening.
What, like North Korea or something?
They were trying to figure out who did it because they couldn't figure it out. And like at first they thought it was just like a fake thing, like a test one going into the ocean. And it turned out like it was a real deal. Like it was aiming for like Chicago or something. And
oh, so this was like a serious movie, not like a comedy or anything.
Nah, dude, it was serious. Like I actually fell asleep at the end. I need to finish watching it, but I don't even know what happened. But I like the whole time I was thinking like, dude, if that was happening, like the markets would be going crazy.
I mean, the closest thing we had to something like that recently was, the like 7-day or however many days it was Iran war. We had a pretty big sell-off. I remember that day pretty clearly. Like market was ripping lower. Do you remember that?
I don't know, dude. I don't even know. I don't remember.
It was crazy volatile, dude. Like I was trading ES at the time too, and like even ES, it moved like maybe 150 points, and on ES, that's a big move.
Yeah, for sure. All right, dude, we got this 5-minute inversion here. Just tapped into a 5-minute fair value gap, also rejecting. So let's see if we can get a little dumpy here.
Dude, again, like if this was any other day where we weren't like gapping up to all-time highs, this price action looks so clean for the shorts right now, down to midnight. Like this makes perfect sense to me. So let's see if it comes. I'm still thinking about getting into an entry. So if I do, I'll make sure to update everyone.
Dude, like I'm liking these 2 wicks down here for the 5-minute to come tap.
Yep,
but we'll
I like
see.
it.
It's just not.
We
are at all-time highs too, so it's just like one of those things where hey, it could just keep going and nothing makes sense.
Exactly, man. The market does not have to make sense when we're up at all-time highs. That's the only issue. Let's see, guys. We're almost at 80. We're at about 70. So 12 more likes, we'll run a giveaway for some Blue Guardian accounts. So
you ever traded Blue Guardian?
I haven't actually. Have you?
No, I haven't. I was wondering about them.
Yeah, they sponsor the stream a lot, so big shout out to them. I should probably try them out soon. We also give away Top 1 Futures accounts. I took a payout with Top 1 Futures actually like 3 weeks ago. So that was good. I got my payout in like, I think it was like 48 hours. So not too bad of a wait. I think a nice run on Top 1 Futures too, right?
Yeah, dude. I actually hopped on Top 1 Futures super early. Like that's kind of my thing. I like to hop on props when they're super early. People will like bash on me and stuff. But like, dude, I'm about like making money. Like right when prop firms open up, they have the best rules and everything. So I'm trying to hop on the deals, dude.
No, it's a good point. And usually when a firm is first opening up, they want to look as good as possible. So the payouts will be as quick as possible. It makes sense.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's a lot of good firms out there. Again, guys, with Prop Firm Match, the cool thing about Prop Firm Match is that they help you compare and contrast your prop accounts, and they only list firms that are well established and have been, their financials have been checked to show that they're solvent. So that's the cool thing about Prop Firm Match. And I know you're trading with TPT. We got TPT on there. You get the best discounts possible. Damn, look at this, dude. Oh my God.
Dude, my paper break even.
I'm glad I didn't get in yet. That's all. I was really considering it, but this is what I'm saying, man. If the market wants to go up, it'll just keep going up. You know what? I might move over. I got some My Funded Futures evals. Maybe we'll move over to those. This might be an eval day for me.
Yeah, it's not moving well. I wouldn't,
it's
at least right now, I wouldn't even be putting risk on. It's crazy.
Yeah, I totally agree. Dude, do you ever buy some challenges and then totally forget about them and then they reset and you just go, oh, damn. That's what happened last night. I totally forgot about these evals.
Yeah.
And it was a nice little surprise. I was like, okay, cool. I'll trade those.
Yeah, it happened to me before, dude. Like, I forget on some firm, like, even if I fail an eval, you have to go through there and, like, cancel them. So, like, one time I failed some evals and I forgot to cancel them and they all reset, like, a month later. And I was already fully funded. I was like, man, I got some I got some evals.
Trading Dunia says in all caps, "Sir, don't sell NQ today. Please try to understand."
Don't worry, buddy. I'm not. This is paper. I guess I should
only
put it on
paper.
there.
I will here, I'll go to my screen because maybe I think it's
Well,
an
you
eval
see,
day,
let
you guys.
me show them like this right here. You see, I got stopped at break even and it would have been a loss anyway. So on the paper, but
that's why we go break even. Perfect example. Here, I'll go to mine. Okay, so I got some my funded futures evals locked up right here. You know what? I don't know. We'll see. If we get this little 1 minute inversion, we show this. I might try one more time at the short. Again, just paper, guys.
I do like it though because it remember we used to talk about the tweener, right? So it like swept these little highs right here, but held the main high.
Wait. Let me go to your chart. Can you give an explanation of the tweener to the chat?
Yeah. So basically, a tweener is like when you leave like an overall high, but come in and sweep kind of like some internal highs. So it might not happen here, but you can go through and look at sometimes it happens a lot. So like here we have a high right here, and then this is I would say kind of like an internal high. So we came up and swept it, and then if we came down and got an inversion, probably be a nice play lower.
Yeah, I got my eye on that. I might try to play that. Just on the evals, guys.
Yeah, but you see, kind of it like happened here, like it not really a good inversion, but let me see if I can get this. We came down, swept this low right here, but held this low right here, and you see it ripped higher.
Yep. Yeah, perfect example right there, right?
Yep. Happens a lot though.
Also, I'm noticing ES is a little bit weaker. ES looks weaker than NQ today. That's for sure. NQ is already up at the highs. What I kind of see might be looking to happen if we do still sell off to midnight at some point, maybe NQ takes this high, or even, I mean, it did sweep this internal, like you just explained, Slade, which ES has not taken that internal high. So we might have an inversion with bearish SMT divergence right here. So again, just an extra confluence. Honestly, I'm thinking maybe I should also, if I do take a short, I should take it on ES because ES does look a little more bearish than NQ today.
Heck yeah, man. That's one thing I don't do that I feel like maybe I should, is like I don't look at ES enough.
Yeah, see, I don't trade ES often, but I do love looking out for SMT divergences. I just feel like it's such a high probability reversal signal. It's really useful.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I might take this just for fun. I'll go back to my screen. So I got these my funded futures accounts. We'll see. So I might get into this early, but I don't know. I want to see it break down a little bit more. We do have that SMT. We have a fair value gap right here. So this could end up being a move. But let's see how we react in here. If it just holds as support, no trade. That's what I love about inversions. I'm guessing you feel the same. Like you have a clear confirmation signal on when it's valid and when it's not. Like if you don't get the closure below that gap, no trade.
Yeah, dude. I love them, dude. They're so simple, but it's like, you still have to know about trading, but the entry is simple. You don't really have to worry. You don't really have to second guess yourself. It's easy.
Exactly. Yeah, like you still need the other concepts. You need to have like a narrative, liquidity, all that. But just for the purposes of like whether the entry signal actually confirms or not is very simple.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, just retest perfect. Now going higher. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, NQ did just sweep out this high though. So now we have like a bigger SMT. So if NQ goes a little higher and then breaks down, but ES does not take that swing high, that'll be a nice SMT divergence. And Chad, let me know if you guys are long or short. What are you thinking? The thing about these markets too, where we just grind up, it's not like there's been a good long opportunity either though. That's the thing. Like a lot of people they'll scoff at you for taking a short, but it's like, there wasn't a long opportunity really either.
Yeah.
There's just nothing.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Let's see. Are we at 80 likes yet, chat? If we're there, we'll run the giveaway instead. Slade, how long are you able to stay on? So usually we do either 10:30 or 11. So whatever you want, bro.
I mean, we can stay on till 11. It's fine.
Okay, cool. If you need to hop off a little earlier, just no worries either. Just let us know. But
all right.
Yeah, that's cool with me, man. Yeah, I'm glad you were able to come on, bro. We've had a lot of good guests, and we got a lot coming on this week. It's been fun running this stream. I don't know if you've been able to catch any of it, but we've had a lot of good guests. Like we had Trader Drysdale on the other day. Have you heard of him?
No, I honestly, I don't watch too many people on YouTube, so I probably haven't heard of a lot of people.
That's fair. That's fair. See, the only reason I know people still is because I like interacting with everyone. You know, I like networking and just talking with other traders who I think are doing good, but I don't actually watch a lot of like trading content these days. Like I feel like where I'm at now in my trading career, I have my strategy, I have my concepts. I don't need to watch other people's strategies because I don't want to like muddy the waters on how I view price action.
Yeah, for sure. Dude, I did see the lineup for this week though. When you posted it, it is pretty good. It is really good actually. I might have to watch some.
Yeah. This week is going to be a good one for sure, man. Look at this dude. ES just ripping. My God. NQ2 just doesn't stop. All right, no trade for me yet, guys. Darmesh is asking if you've had any mentors, Slade. Like, who did you learn from? That's a good question, actually.
I mean, I watched some people on YouTube. I mean, the inversion stuff, I guess you could say, you know, dodgy. I mean, I watch his videos. He makes some good videos on them, but I mean, it's really just about getting in here and doing it yourself. So like the actual inversions, I guess you could say I learned them from dodgy on YouTube, but you're not going to be profitable just by watching some YouTube videos. You got to get in the ringer and do it yourself and figure out what works for you. And I fully believe that.
Same. Yeah, I don't think you can like copy and paste someone else's strategy perfectly. I just think like the real edge comes from how you tweak things to your own style. Like you've literally named your own like you got the tweener, bro. That's a Slade thing. That's a Slade concept right there. You know, like I think that's where a lot of the edge comes from. Like you can have a good framework that you can learn from people, and you do need to do that. But eventually, I think you need to like learn how to bend and manipulate things for what's going to work for you as a person.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, because everybody's going to see the markets differently, and like it's crazy. Like we're all looking at the same exact candles, but like people argue on Twitter, and it's the craziest thing. Like they'll argue over these things, and it's like we're all seeing the same stuff. So I just I don't know. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, I was thinking about the same thing when I had that guy Trader Drysdale on. He's like a really good trader, man. He's been in the game for 15 years. Takes a ton of payouts with props, and he doesn't trade ICT, but he trades like VWAP, and then he looks at a lot of like cumulative delta, which you've probably heard of. I've heard of many times, but I never really looked into it. And it was just interesting because we had the exact same bias, and we even had like the same entry triggers. Like we were getting into shorts at the same time when he was on. We both won our trades, but we were looking at things with just different terminology at the end of the day, you know?
Mm-hmm. Dude, and like I'm a person that likes to keep it super simple. Like if we look at it from the overall night or whatever, like overnight, we're super high. So like, do I really want to get long up here? Like, what are the odds it doesn't at least come back down to sweep out some of those overnight levels? And usually, usually during the day, it will at some point. I mean, there's those few days where it'll just grind up the whole day. And this might be one of those days, but usually the probabilities are in your favor if you're going short when it's super high, you know.
Exactly.
Going long when it's super low.
I feel the same way. And, when we're in a situation like this, it's like, I do feel pretty confident we'll probably go to midnight today, but for the time being, because the market has been choppy, I'm going to do evals for now. If we start to really sell off, I'll go back to funded, but, I might take this inversion, Slade, right here. Cause again, we still have that bearish SMT. NQ put in a higher high. ES has not taken out that high. I might try and take this inversion in 10 seconds if we can get a closure below.
Let's see it. Get dumpy.
Yep. Get dumpy. All right, we got it. All right, let's just get into it. Oh, I got to log into my funded futures on here. Let's do that real quick. All right, so we're in. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm in on 3 minis on 2 accounts. And again, it's just because they're evals. So I trade evals aggressively. I don't know if that's your mentality or not, but I don't like spending like multiple days or weeks on an evaluation. It's like I either just want to pass it or fail it, because I know when I get to the funded stage, I can, lower my risk and really trade. It's like I just don't want to spend weeks trading, a sim account.
Yeah, for sure. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I max con Apex accounts.
See, dude, the thing about Apex though, like trying to get funded in one day with Apex, the only issue I have is like that intraday trailing drawdown makes it kind of hard to max con it. Or do you just literally max con and then reset multiple times until you hit them?
Dude, I'll just look for a really good entry, like a really good inversion entry. I'll max con and just hope it runs, 10 points or whatever immediately. So yeah, I'll do it about 2 times. And then if I fail 2 times, then I'm not going to lie. I buy 2 sets of accounts and I send one way and one the other.
Yep. With Apex, they let you do that. Also, Apex is on prop firm match, guys, listed on prop firm match. You know what's funny, bro? I've been funded with Apex a couple of times. They've never been like my top firm, but I have tried to trade with them a few times and I've never been able to get a payout.
Really?
Yeah, I think I haven't traded with them in well over a year, so it's been a while. But I got funded with them like maybe 2 or 3 separate times and just never worked out. And then I just focused on other firms. But I do feel like my next goal, I should try and get back on Apex. And, you just have such an opportunity with the leverage they give.
Dude, I will say the first payout is the hardest. So like on Apex, I traded the first one like super small. I literally trade micros and just try to get over that buffer. But once you get the first payout, like payouts 2, 3, 4, they are like, you're basically coasting in because you already have that buffer left in the account. You literally have to make like a few $100s to get a huge payout. It's crazy. If you're running 20 accounts.
Dude, that's so funny. So I was saying that last week. That's how it is with a lot of firms. Like with the instant funding, it's kind of similar. Like with Tradeify, that first payout is the hardest one because you got to make the biggest profit target. You got to get through the trailing drawdown. After that, you've given yourself a buffer. Your drawdown is static and you have lower profit targets. That's how I was able to have a good run over the summer. Like those, I got like 6 payouts from Tradeify and they were from the same set of accounts. It wasn't from multiple different sets of accounts, because it just gets easier and easier after that first payout.
Yeah.
And with Apex, you don't even have profit targets, right? So you just need to like get your consistency rule down.
Yep. After the first payout. Yeah. It's just, I'm telling you, dude, like, the run I went on the one too, like literally the same time as you, because I was crazy. I was seeing you posting and then I was posting. I was like, man, dude, that's crazy. But
we were going back to back.
Yeah, dude. It might be because we kind of trade similar, but
we do. Yeah, we definitely do.
So we were just having a good set of good run on the setups.
Yes, sir. All right, guys, are we at 80 likes yet? Usually we hit like 100 by now. Let's see where we're at. Run this giveaway for you guys before Slade has to hop off. 73. We need 7 more. You guys got this. Come on,
bro. It's the trash price action going on. It's lulling everybody to sleep,
bro. It's a thing I've noticed with streaming. Mondays, like if it's slow like this, no one wants to be sitting around getting started in the week, which I'm all for it. It's like, bro, you don't want to blow your account on choppy Monday, no news price action. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Dude, but that's what's hard about streaming too. Like I'm sure you like if I wasn't streaming, like I would literally take my one trade or whatever and like be done for the day in like an hour. But streaming, you got to be on here watching this crap and stuff, and especially on bad days like today, it's just like, man, I don't want to be on here watching this stuff.
Dude, 100%. That was a big learning curve for me when I started streaming because for a long time, it was like, I just need to be in a trade at all times if I'm streaming. And then that did not work out for me. So I had to stop doing it. And now I'm a lot better with it. And this is what I do. Like if price action is really bad, but I want to do something, like you said, I want to scratch the itch, I'll throw on an evaluation. You know, that's how I kind of get it out of the way and it's low risk. Not, putting my funded accounts or payouts at risk.
There you go.
Look at this, dude. Like, just nothing. I'm just going to hold this. Like, again, with evals, I think with my funded futures, there's no daily loss limit anymore either. I'm pretty sure about that. So I'm just going to hold this. We'll see. I'm in on 3 minis and I have a 4,500 drawdown. So I got a lot of room here. We'll see how it goes. Oh, we hit 80 likes. All right, chat, we're in. So let's do this. Let's run this giveaway, guys. All right, so we'll do some Blue Guardian accounts, which one of the cool things actually, Slade, about Blue Guardian is there's no activation fee. So.
Oh, that's sick, man.
Yeah, similar
look
to
at this.
MFF. Yeah, here we go.
We're getting a little dump down.
Yeah, all right, we'll keep an eye on this trade. This is what we're going to do, guys. To enter the giveaway for 2 Blue Guardian accounts, let's have you type Slade in the chat. Slade. Go ahead and get your entries in, and we'll get this. We'll run this. And we'll give you until 10:48 to enter. So get those entries in, guys.
Let's go. Giveaway time.
Oh, chat's bumping now. Yeah, let's get it, guys.
Uh-oh. Yeah, dude, it's crazy. You try to get people to type all day long. You put giveaway on the screen. You got people coming out the woodworks, buddy.
Dude, it's so real. So real.
I'm not saying that's what happens on your stream because you might have the best viewers in the world, but that's what happens on mine, dude.
You know what, man? Honestly, the chat here is pretty good. Like we have pretty active chat, but of course you're gonna get a massive influx when we run the giveaways. It's just how it goes.
Yeah, dude. And I got it where I stream vertical and horizontal, like both at the same time.
Uh-huh.
So like it'll show up on the short stream, right? Like when people are swiping on their shorts, my stream will pop up. And you put giveaway on the screen, dude, you just have like so many people just typing. Crazy.
I didn't know you could name shorts as well.
Am I breaking up? What were you saying?
I was saying I didn't know you can do that. You can trade through. I mean, you could stream through shorts as well.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I got it set up. It's crazy. I've gained like 1,500 subs the past month by it. It's a cheat code. You need to set it up.
Interesting. I am gonna look into that actually.
Set it up, bro. I'm telling you.
Very interesting. Guys, by the way, entries are done. I'm getting them in the I'm getting this list together right now and we'll run it. We'll do a quick pinwheel. You know, we don't want to take too much time up. So we'll do a pinwheel. We'll give away 2 Blue Guardian accounts. So you'll have 2 opportunities to win. So we're not missing out on anything. All right, let's get these names in. Do you do a lot of giveaways, Slade, on your stream?
Yeah, dude. They got to get to 69 likes and we do giveaways.
That's 69 again. All right, guys, let's run this. All right, number one, we'll give away 2 accounts. This is for number 1, Blue Guardian, standard challenge, no activation fee. Remember, guys, before we do this, if your country happens to be restricted with Blue Guardian, there's nothing we can do. So always make sure of that before you enter. We can't give you a different account or switch things up. So just remember that. And of course, you can only win 1 giveaway per week. So if you already won one today, no need to enter again. But all right, let's run it.
Dude, I'm liking your short here. I'm liking it.
Is it looking good? I gotta check it.
Yeah, I like the little pattern going on here.
All right, interesting. All right, Smart Tech AI. So what you're gonna do is you are going to DM Prop Firm Match Support on X. I will link that here in the chat for you. You are the winner of the first account, Blue Guardian Standard Challenge. Bam. Go ahead and just DM them, show them your YouTube name, and give them a timestamp, and you'll be good to go. Let's run one more real quick, and then we can. So here we go. Priola. Sorry if I'm butchering your name, but Priola winner. So once again, and match and you will be good to go. Let's get back to the charts now. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the chat. But yeah, that's it. Super simple. We'll run some more giveaways later when Slade gets off too. Oh, my short is looking good, man.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, we're floating some profit here. I think it was good going with ES in this case too. It's a little more bearish than NQ. Like NQ's looking good too. Maybe if we get this inversion again, this will be a second 5 minutes. Yeah, this I think will be a good sign. So I'll be watching that on NQ. But yeah, we're going to be chilling in this ES short. So what you thinking? You joining me?
Yeah, well, should I paper join it? I do like it.
It is. I'm starting to like this a lot. I think this is going to be good. I should mark out midnight price on ES. Let's see where midnight.
Yeah, like you're saying, I want to see what happens here at this 5 minute fair value gap. I do think, at least on NQ here, it's going to definitely get down there. It looks good too. So if I was in a trade, like by the time it got down to this like 5 minute, that's somewhere I'd like to be at break even, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
From this 5 minute here, it could either just slice right through it, or it could like that's somewhere it could bounce back up.
Yeah, no, that would be a good spot for a bounce if the market's going to stay bullish for sure. So yeah, I'd be going break even there too. One thing I noticed.
That's just kind of how I think about this stuff too. Like, kind of like a little snippet there.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's a really good point. This is looking good on the 15 minute to me. I really think we could come down and take out these Asia lows. Also, I think there's an SMT on the higher time frame here on the 15 minute. Or is there? No, there's no SMT on the 15 minute anymore actually. But yeah, I still like this. We got this very clear bearish SMT. We got the inversion. We got midnight right here, and I think ultimately we can look for a little bit lower on ES. So we're chilling in this. We'll keep everyone updated. And now it's like, because I'm in an eval, I kind of just want to hold this for as long as possible because I'd rather, you know what I mean? I think with my funded futures, you need 2 days to pass minimum. So I can make like, I don't know, $2,200, give or take. Yeah,
dude, I think it looks good. Like on the hourly, you got the strong rejection wick up here right now. And man, I kind of like it for a longer term here. I think you can hold it, man.
Yeah,
if it starts to really come down.
Yep, I'm thinking we're going to hold this bad boy. I would need 66 likes to, or not likes, 66 ticks to hit my max profit target for the day. So I'm going to set a limit order here just in case. That's at 6,870. What I like about that is that, you know, hopefully we can get down to the Asia lows, which could happen, and then fill some of this new day opening gap. So yeah, I'm going to set a TP there, 6,870. Dude, I haven't taken a trade on ES in a hot minute.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever taken one on ES.
Never?
I don't think so, dude.
Bro, that's crazy. Not even once. Damn.
Dude, I just don't like the way, like, it's like, especially in London session, like, so slow. Like NQ slow. So could you imagine ES?
Yeah, no, you cannot trade ES in the Asia or London. Like NQ is your only option in that situation.
All right, dude, I'm in paper with you here.
Oh, let's get it. All right.
I just got in, brother.
Let's take a look. What's your entry looking like? Bam. Okay, similar to the other one, honestly. Good entry. Yeah. So if you take out that swing low, break even.
Yep. That would be the plan.
Dude, imagine you could actually just trade 69 minis every day and just hold the short for 5 ticks a day and just come back tomorrow.
That'd be crazy. Except for that one time it doesn't work out.
Yeah, exactly. Slow day though. Slow start to the week for sure.
Yep.
All right. And you know what, chat? I know Slade is going to be getting off at 11. So what we'll do is when Slade gets off, we'll run one more giveaway real quick. So make sure to stay tuned. So what's your plan for the rest of the day, bro? Do you go to the jewelry shop or are you chilling for the day?
So on Mondays, I'm actually off. So yeah, so just chilling. Probably I got to make some a little bit of content and then head to the gym. Then hang out with the lady friend.
Solid day right there.
Yep.
What kind of content you working on?
I just I need to. I'm gonna start working on So the thing I do every day is I make like a short, like a TikTok, an Instagram reel. That's like a non-negotiable, and then kind of just put some stuff in the premium group. But my goal for the next few weeks is gonna be making like a good kind of like strategy course thing for the Discord. It's gonna be the main goal.
Very nice. So like a full course?
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be like full, because like, dude, like some of the courses, like I feel like they're like too much, like stuff you don't need. So my goal is gonna be like try to keep it as straight to the point as possible, and just like what you need to start making money, pretty much.
I love that, man. Yeah, especially with ICT, a lot of people complain because they say it's like overly complicated, but it doesn't have to be. Like you can keep things very simple, which, you know, you do. I try to keep things as simple as possible. I think it's more digestible in that way.
Yeah, dude. Like, so he teaches I feel like a bunch of different stuff. Like I try to become like the best I can at one thing. And because I feel like it's a lot easier to look for one thing on the charts than it is to look for a whole bunch of different stuff.
Yep. Yeah,
So,
great point.
Look at this, man. We're coming down.
Get that break even.
Your trade looking good, man. How's it going over there?
Yeah, we're floating 12 ticks of profit. I'll go back to mine real quick. Yeah, we're floating 12 ticks, which on ES ain't bad.
Heck yeah.
TP is going to be here at 68.70. I really think it could happen. So we will see. We will see, guys. Slade, I don't want to take up too much more of your time, brother. Before you go, I know we have your socials linked in the description of the video, but anything else you want to plug or just, you know, let the chat know where you're going to be, what you got planned?
Yeah, man, just hang out and hanging on subscribe on YouTube. Biggest thing, go check out my YouTube channel. Yeah, I do stream in the pre-market. I don't know if you stream in the pre-market.
No, we get on at like 8, but 8 a.m. So we don't do any London session or anything like that right now.
Perfect. You can hop on 7 a.m. on my stream and right before yours.
There you go.
Free every morning.
All right, man. Yo, thanks so much again for coming on, bro. We'll have to do it again soon.
Heck yeah, dude.
Thanks, bro. Always
Thanks.
always a good time chatting with you, bro.
Thanks for having me, dude.
Absolutely, bro. Peace out. Take care, man.
See ya.
All right, chat. How do we like Slade? Trades by Slade. Really solid dude. Good trader. Again, he's like, I saw someone in the chat said Slade's a hustler. He is, bro. He doesn't just work at a jewelry shop. I believe it's his family. So he's like really involved there. I think he like makes jewelry, which is really sick. Then he's trading. He's making content. Dude is definitely a hustler, man. Yeah, really good trader. Simplifies things too, which is what we like in ICT. If you could simplify ICT, make it digestible for people, I think that's the way to go. He's a beast in the mornings. He's a chick magnet. You thought Slade is AI, Darmesh. What does that mean? What, because of his he does have like a radio voice. I will admit that. Hey, he's Benjamin's #1. Love it, dude. Can I tell you the reason behind this trade? Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So this is the thing. We got midnight price below us. On NQ especially, where we have not retested the midnight open, we retest this level roughly 70% of the time. So when the market opens above midnight, like it's doing in this situation, ideally I want to target the midnight open because I know roughly 70% of the time the market is going to trade into this level. Now, today's going to be lower probability, right? Because we're gapping up to all-time highs. I'm well aware that I'm fading the bullish trends. Like, I understand that, guys. I'm only in this on an evaluation. I'm not trading funded accounts right now. So, it's worth the risk for me on some my funded futures evaluations. But the concepts are there. I mean, roughly 70% of the time we retrace to midnight. So that's my draw on liquidity. And then to get the entry signal, especially with, I usually trade NQ. Okay. But the thing is, I decided to take the short on ES because ES is noticeably weaker than NQ. So my thought process was I'll have an easier time shorting NQ over ES, or vice versa. I'll have an easier time shorting ES over NQ because of the relative weakness. This is why we like to look at both indexes, okay? We don't just look at one in a vacuum. We can, measure the relative strength or weakness. So to get the entry, #1, we have a bearish SMT divergence up at the highs, right? So ES made a lower high right here, while NQ has made a higher high. So there's your bearish SMT divergence. And I took my entry on this 1-minute inversion right here, okay? So it's been a little messy. It hasn't worked out perfectly, but we're just holding this. We'll see. Ideally, we just don't want to get back to the top of the range. We want to come lower first. So we'll let this trade play out. And I think what we'll do is, guys, let's run one more giveaway. We got to take a quick break, quick bathroom break. So let's do this. Let's give away 2 more Top 1 Futures accounts. And we will have you guys take your entries right now. So type in the chat Top 1 Futures to enter. I will take a quick break. I'll be back in like 2 or 3 minutes and then we'll announce the winner. So stay tuned. We got more giveaways to come after this and more trading, more analysis. So yeah, I'll be right back, guys. Get your entries in and then we will announce the winner. So be right back. All right, we back. We back. Told you I'd be quick right there. All right, so let's get this music on. Let's announce this giveaway. Still in this short on ES. I mean, guys, it's a slow day. What can I tell you? Friday and Friday and Monday, we've had some slow price action. Not much going on. But it's all good. Last week was really good. I mean, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday were fire. We locked in a Tradeify payout. Market was moving. It's going to be an ebb and flow. Sometimes the market's not going to be moving as clean. That's just how it goes. But all right, guys, let's do this real quick because, again, as always, I want to make sure I don't miss anyone's entries. So can you just put your entry in one more time in the chat? Even if you already entered, just get it in one more time, and I'll give you guys until 11:07. So get your entries in one more time, and we'll run this giveaway. Got 20 seconds. I still think this trade's going to work out too, you guys. I'm really not too worried yet. Okay, I'll give you 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. There we go. Get these in. Also, guys, I will run one more giveaway after this if we can get to 100 likes on the stream. So we're at 82. We need 18 more likes. So we'll run that. I'll do another giveaway right away. But all right, let's get this list in. Who else is in a short? Did anyone take this short with us? I really think it's a good setup. I know we're fading the trend, but the market's not really going up either. It's not like you're getting amazing long entries. So I don't think we're doing anything wrong trying to find this short today. All right, let's run a pinwheel real quick. All right, you guys ready? We're going to spin the wheel on 3. This is for some top 1 futures accounts. 1, 2, 3. Come on, chat. Who's got it? All right, Pro Aki, you're the winner. Congrats. That is for a top 1 futures account. Again, guys, always we'll just add the disclaimer. If your country happens to be restricted with top 1 futures, there's nothing we can do. So always double check that. But Pro Aki, you are the winner. Let us know you're here in the chat, okay? And then to claim your giveaway, I'll go over how you can do that. You are going to go to Prop Firm Match Support on X, DM them. Bam. DM them on Prop Firm Match Support at X. Show them your YouTube name, a timestamp, and they'll get you hooked up. We'll remove that name. Should we run one more? You guys want to run one more? And then again, we'll do the last 2 once we hit 100 likes. Let's go. Shivam says, let's go. Barack Obama in the chat. Damn, Mr. President. Thank you for tuning in. All right, let's run it. Ooh, just by a tick right there. Soul Sustenance. Soul Sustenance, you're the winner. Congrats. Again, as always, let us know you're in the chat. All right, let us know you're here to claim your account, and then to claim it, you're going to go to Prop Firm Match Support. I'll drop the link. DM them with the timestamp and proof of your YouTube name, and you're good to go. Also, make sure to follow Prop Firm Match Support. Follow Prop Firm Match TV on X. Okay, we have Prop Firm Match, the standard X account, and then we also have Prop Firm Match TV, which if you want to stay up to date with everything that has to do with Prop Firm Match TV, I highly recommend following this account because you're going to get everything, okay? Anything that's going on the stream, you're going to be notified here. How's our trade doing? Dude, it's still just chopping. Yeah, no reason to get out of this, though, for me. One more time. We'll do one more. Don't worry. Before the stream ends, we're going to run one more. Ideally, we hit 100 likes, and then we'll celebrate with the last giveaway. All right. If Soul Sustenance does not claim it in like another 2 minutes, we'll run one more. But let's give him a moment. Let's give him a minute to get it going. We'll give him a couple minutes, guys. Plus, we got to watch this amazing price action, right? We can't miss it. Chat, is anybody else in a trade? Anybody else in a short or a long? Okay, there's Soul Sustenance. No worries, bro. You are the winner. So again, just claim it on Prop Firm Match Support on X, and you're good to go. No, I see you, Soul. You're in. No worries. Abby is short. Okay, Abby's short with us. The only thing is, like, Abby, I don't know if you're trading evals or funded. You know, I don't have any good call outs for like a funded account trade. I'm not going to lie. I don't like anything. I wouldn't put risk on any of this price action today. It's really bad. We took one loss in the morning, you know, at the open because we thought market was going to move. Didn't move. At that point, this is when you got to know, like, when it's time to just not take a trade on your funded accounts. And today's one of those days. This is really, really just kind of disgusting price action. I mean, look at this, man. Which, no news Monday is to be expected. NQ just continues to make new highs. Like, it's just so bad. It's really bad price action. Yeah. Very choppy PA today as well. Hey, Michael, no spam in the chat, bro. Don't spam the chat. All right, we'll run the giveaway by the end of the stream. Zach, do you currently offer mentorship? I do. So I offer private coaching. I do that, which is, I have a really small little community of people that I do that with. You know, I'm always interested in taking more people, but I don't just take anyone because I want to make sure you're someone that's like really going to make use of it. You could always DM me on X to ask about that. But yeah, I do. Other than that, though, all of my content is on YouTube, and I got a ton of free content on there as well. Gold is falling. Yeah, gold is really ripping lower, man. Ooh, beautiful trending move to the downside. Maybe I got to start looking at gold. I mean, this is solid. Yeah, like, you know, this is one of those things where, like, I specialize in NQ and ES. Like, that's what I trade. But there are times when NQ and ES are just not the best place to be getting into trades. The price action just doesn't make sense. And a lot of those times, other instruments will be moving really well. So like when NQ and ES are a bit tougher to trade, golds might be moving more cleanly, or maybe crude oil is moving clean. Sometimes I think maybe I should go back to looking at more instruments, but you know, you also don't want to spread yourself too thin. You know, I've specialized in NQ for like a year straight. Michael, if you keep doing that, I'm gonna have to kick you, bro. No spamming the chat about giveaways. I won't run any giveaway if you spam the chat, brother. So please. But yeah, gold is moving. Gold is moving. Back at break even on ES. Hey, R6 in the chat. What's up, man? Let me know, you guys, like, chat. Do you guys like specializing on one instrument, or do you look at a lot of different instruments? I'll put on a different song, Wendy. I got you. We just got a few, you know, because it's hard with like YouTube licensing, you know, you don't have a ton of options. Dharmesh says 1 or 2 instruments. Shivam, for futures, I do gold. Erkan says, yo, I could mob the chat if you want. Honestly, not the worst idea. Maybe we'll take you up on that one day, Erkan. Especially if we grow, you know, if we continue to grow, we might need that eventually. Josh looks at stocks and then NQ and MNQ. Banu, 1 instrument. Yeah, okay, so a lot of you guys are like specialists. You specialize in one asset. Yeah, it's good that most of us are NQ and ES traders because, you know, that's what we be trading. That's what most futures traders stick to. But listen, there used to be, like, I used to love crude oil. Like, part of me wants to check out what's going on crude oil. I remember last year, I traded crude oil exclusively for like 6 months and did really well. And then I went back to NQ. But I had a good time on crude for a while. Guys, the more you ask me to do a giveaway, the less I want to do it. All right, so do not spam the chat about giveaways. I get that it's a slow price action day, but you know what I mean? Like, come on. Why did I go back to NQ? What I noticed is that NQ at the time was in just like a really tight consolidation. It wasn't going anywhere. So I naturally had to move to a different instrument because there was no volatility at this time. So I moved over to crude oil and I had a really good time because it was a very mean reverting market. Like, the thing about the index is that they're, you know, they trend really well, right? Especially when they're making new all-time highs. But last year, at this point in time, I was still very much more of like a reversal trader. So I really leaned on like doing well in a market that mean reverts, and you could get lower time frame reversals from over and over again. The thing that's cool about crude oil is you can get that. Like, if we go to a 4-hour, we kind of operate in these like higher time frame ranges. Like right here, you can see we're in this overall 4-hour range. Then we finally break out of the 4-hour range, retest, and we get some trending move, but then we kind of come back into a range. So there's a lot of opportunities on crude oil to look for like reversal and mean reversion trades, which at the time I was really specializing in. Nowadays, it doesn't matter. Like, I could trade mean reversion. I could trade trend continuation. I'm a little bit more advanced in like how I can get in and out of the market. So, you know, I just kind of forgot about it, but you know, I might come back to looking at crude. Have I ever been a contrarian trader? Yeah, absolutely. Like, I used to only look for reversals because that's just kind of how I was taught initially. You know, a lot of people fall into that type of cycle because the cool thing about a reversal, when you're looking for reversals, you have really clear invalidation, right? Like, you know exactly where you want your stop loss to be because you just put it up at the swing high or the swing low. Like, if I wanted to short crude oil right now, for example, I know that I could put my stop here because it's a really clear swing high. Okay. And my trade could be invalidated if we take out this high. So that's really attractive to a lot of people, that they know exactly where they can put their stop loss, right? Especially if you're someone that's looking to use like tight stops and go for high risk reward. It's kind of a natural feeling. The thing is, trading reversals over and over again, especially if you're trading a market that trends, you're fighting the trend too often. So you're going to take more losses. So nowadays I like to be able to follow trends. I know that we're looking for a reversal right now on ES, but that's just right now because I just can't long this high up. But usually, like if we got a deeper pullback, I'd be happy to take this long and follow trend if it made sense. Hey, Benjamin asks, can you hold overnight with futures props? No. So you really can't. I don't think there's any futures firms that allow you to hold overnight. So it's really like if you're trading futures prop firms, you have to be a day trader. The thing about that is if you're trading like a personal live futures account, like in the real market, you need a massive amount of leverage. You need a high account balance. I think with NQ to be able to hold one mini contract overnight, you need like $17,000 in your account. This is because the futures market are highly leveraged instruments. So if they allow people to hold overnight, like there's just going to be so many more people that are getting liquidated. So in order to circumvent that, they make sure that you have a high account balance before you can hold overnight. So if you have anything below like $17,000, you cannot hold an NQ mini contract overnight. ES is pretty similar. I think with ES, you need like 12,000. So it's a little bit lower, which makes sense because ES is less volatile, right? But that's why. So futures prop firms, they kind of follow that model that like, they're not going to let people hold overnight. With FX, it's different. With Forex, it's such a low volatile market that it's not that dangerous to allow people to hold overnight. Damn, Erkan says you need to have 30K to hold one NQ overnight for your live account. What brokerage are you using? I think with Tradeovate, it's 17. I use Tradeovate on my personal account as well. And it's 17 grand. R6 says, I'm a specialist in effing up today. Was in a long trade on EU. Had to go to work and I wanted to adjust my stop to break even. I never use C-Trader on all my phones, so I clicked wrong and my position closed. Damn, man. Listen, it happens to the best of us, bro. Happens to the best of us. That's with TradeStation. Interesting, Erkan. Yeah. When I was first looking at personal accounts and like doing my research, I applied for an AMP live account, and they just were like taking forever to approve my KYC. Like I was waiting for maybe 2 weeks. So I just said, let me just try Tradeovate, and I got approved instantly. So I just went with Tradeovate. Wife was blabbing in my ear. Sorry, Zach. Did I catch that right? You still trade FX prop firms too? Nah, not really, Rhombus. I bought an FTMO challenge a few weeks ago, but I ended up failing it. I don't like the two-step challenges, bro. I don't want to spend that much time to pass a two-step challenge. I'd rather just trade futures, one step, or just do instant funding. It's just what I prefer. Like, I just think it's a better market in general. You have better execution, low slippage, no spread, better for intraday trading, which is what I do. And yeah, futures is just the way to go for me. Again, with prop firm match too, you have a ton of different options. I mean, my top firms that are listed on prop firm match are My Funded Futures, Top Step, and Tradeify. So again, I can get the best discounts when I go here. You can do that with Forex too, but yeah, I just prefer futures. I just think futures are a more efficient market for intraday trading. New song's good. Thank you. You're very empathetic and very authentic. You're doing such an amazing job paying it forward. Hey, thank you, Wendy. Thank you so much for the kind words. Yeah, I'm trying my best. We're back in drawdown on this short. Again, I'm glad I'm trading evaluations. I got no interest to trade funded accounts today. I really got zero interest in it. This is just not my market. All right, how we doing, chat? Are we at 100 likes? We need 6 more likes. We'll run a giveaway. Let's get to 100 before we sign off. And if anyone has like a question about a trade setup they're in, technical analysis before we head off, just let me know. You know, we got some time. Damn, dude. Ripping back up. My goodness. I don't want to hear from anyone that I should just be following the trend either. All right. The market's not moving anywhere. It's not like I would have been in a better position if I got long at this price. I would have been in drawdown. It's not doing anything. I don't want to hear from anyone that I should be in a long, not a short. Market's not going anywhere. We got a good entry, so we're just going to hold it. What do I think about the fundamentals this week? The thing is, Montana, there like are no fundamentals. Like straight up. We go back to Forex Factory. So Monday, no news. No news Monday, which makes sense on why it's such low volatility today. Tuesday, no red folder USD news. You know, we trade US indexes. Australian news doesn't really do anything for us on NASDAQ or ES. So no red folder news. Wednesday, we have FOMC. Okay, so we do have red folder news on Wednesday at 2 p.m. This is another thing. We might be consolidating until we hit FOMC. So maybe we just grind higher until then. Thursday, again, no red folder news. Friday, no red folder news. This is like the third week in a row when we have virtually no red folder news for the United States, which is just crazy. So it doesn't surprise me that a lot of people have been having a hard time trading this market the last couple of weeks. Hello, new here. Can you please explain your strategy? Yeah, I could do that real quick. First off, I would like to say, you can see me trade live here every day. You'll begin to learn my strategy, but I also have a YouTube channel. Link is in the description of the video where I have a ton of free technical analysis all on my YouTube with a new video coming out today, most likely. But anyway, as far as strategy goes, I trade ICT with a mix of volume profile. So I have key levels like previous day's value area high, value area low, point of control. And I use, fair value gaps is like the main key level that I use in regards to ICT. And I use inversions to get into my trades. So one of my favorite models is to look for the midnight retracement. This is our midnight price, 12 a.m. Eastern. We have data that tells us that roughly 70% of the time the market retraces to this midnight open in the New York session for the last 10 years. So I often will look for that retracement. So I will trade an inversion fair value gap to get into my trade. I use other things like equal lows, equal highs, and balances to target and add confluence as well as the volume profile. But that's kind of it in a nutshell, and I have like deep breakdowns on my YouTube channel about this. And of course, if you're just tuning in, stream's almost over. We didn't have any good setups today. But if you just watch me stream live, I take all my trades live. All right, did we hit 100 likes? I think we're there. 99. Let's get it, guys. Do I got to refresh one more time? We need one more. Dude, NQ will not stop. This is disgusting. Cool. I was looking at some of your videos about the volume profile. Yeah. Volume profile is a major part of my strategy. Major. All right, we hit it. 100 likes. Let's run it, guys. So this is going to be for 2 Blue Guardian accounts. And again, no activation fee. So no activation fee for these Blue Guardian accounts. And let's do it. So to enter the chat, to enter the giveaway, type into the chat Blue Guardian. That'll be how we get your entry and we'll run it up. You have 2 minutes to enter. So let's get it, guys. Type Blue Guardian in the chat. Is there going to be some alpha giveaways this week? Possibly. We'll see. Right now, we got Blue Guardian and Top 1 Futures and possibly Maven. So I think Maven is going to be on stream. If you guys are familiar with Hunter, who is the owner of Maven Trading, which is a Forex prop firm. He's going to be on Friday for our Halloween special. So that's going to be sweet. And I think they're going to be sponsoring the stream. All right, get your entries in, guys. Keep them coming. No way, Hunter. I followed that guy years ago. Yeah, man. Yeah, he's going to be on. It's going to be a good one. I've never actually talked or like had an interview with an owner of a prop firm, so that'll be cool. I have met the owner of Top One Futures, though. If you guys are familiar with Clay, the owner of Top One Futures, they're an avid sponsor of the stream. I have met Clay, and he's a really good dude, man. Really, really solid dude. But I've never done like an interview or, a live stream with a owner of a prop firm. So that's going to be cool. It's going to be a good one. All right, I'll give you guys 10 seconds, 10 more seconds to get your entries in. Man, I'm going to need some hot tea. I feel my voice cracking a little bit. All right, that's going to be it for the entries. Let's get it now. All right, just another minute, guys, while I get this list up. All right, we ready, chat? Let's get it. This is for Blue Guardian. Shout out Blue Guardian. There we go. Cato Emmanuel, you are the winner. Let's go. So again, to claim your account, Cato, what you're going to do is you are going to go to you were going to go to Prop Firm Match Support on X, okay? Prop Firm Match Support. Go ahead and DM them. I'll drop the link in here for you. Just DM them, show them your YouTube name, let them know you won, give them a timestamp, and boom, you're good to go. So congrats. And by the way, guys, listen, if you don't win a giveaway, remember, you will always get the best discounts with code MATCH on these firms. Blue Guardian, Top One Futures, Alpha, Tradeify, any of the top prop firms that are trusted and listed on Prop Firm Match. That's the thing. You're going to get the best promos. Congratulations, though. Let's see. We got one more account we can give away. Yeah, we got one more. Cato, I'll give you a couple of minutes to claim, okay? Give you a couple of minutes to claim. How's this trade doing? Looks terrible, man. We appreciate Zach. Of course, guys. I got you. Dino says, yeah, I've tried Code Match on every official site and they are working. Yeah, I always say, like, you should go through Prop Firm Match, go through the website and actually look through and compare the top prop firms because you have all the information you need. But listen, if you're a little lazy and you just want to make sure you're using a trusted Prop Firm Match listed firm, a good test, just throw in the code match, see if it pops up. It means they're listed here with us. Yep, we're going to do one more. Okay, Kato, I see you. So yeah, go ahead and just DM Prop Firm Match support on X, okay? To claim your account. Any other ways to earn loyalty points? So no, I mean, the way you earn loyalty points is by purchasing accounts through Prop Firm Match. And different accounts offer, different levels of loyalty points. So depending on the plan, you might get more or less loyalty points when purchasing. Like for example, right here, My Funded Futures on the 100K one-step challenge, $6,000 profit target, max loss 3,000, profit split 80%. You will earn 335 loyalty points when using Code Match. But all right, do we want to run one more? Free Movie Junction. All right, I'll add your name. Kato, I know you're here. Like I said, just DM Prop Firm Match support. All right, guys. Let's see. Varen, are you in here? All right, I'll add you. But guys, if you miss it, you miss it. It is how it goes. All right, I added those names. Let's go. Let's run it. One last Blue Guardian. All right, Issa, this is the last time I'm adding someone who missed it. All right, I'm not doing it. Nope, not doing it, guys. I tried to be nice. Yep, I'm going to have to deal with the spammers soon, man. Can't deal with y'all like this. All right, let's run the giveaway. FX Trader, you are the winner of the Blue Guardian account. That's the last one, guys. Again, to claim, go to Prop Firm Match support, and you're good to go. All right, getting another pop down. Still building SMT divergence. NQ just grinding a little bit higher. Not much going on here, guys. Like, these inversions are just not working. They're just not working, man. Longs are not working either. Like, I feel bad for anyone that's trying to force some trades here. This is why I like doing this. Just move over to evals, risk sync. Don't put all your risk into one account or one set of accounts. Move over to evaluations if you want to scratch the itch. Yep, FX Trader, you won. Congrats, bro. Again, go to Prop Firm Match support on X. Trading Dunia says, bro, cut this trade. I mean, bro, it's just a challenge account. I don't need to cut it. It's a challenge account. It's what they're for. Also, I'm in barely any drawdown. I'm only floating negative 500. I have a $4,500 max loss limit here. I'm just going to hold it. Josh says his price action will take your money. Yeah, bro. 100%. Honestly, though, today was a good stream. Even though it's been slow, we didn't take any good trades. Like, there haven't been any good entries. I think it was a good stream. Like, I love talking with Slade. Me and him chat back and forth on X a lot. That was our second collab, our second stream that we've collabed on. He's a good dude. I love that I get to just talk to good traders, and network and connect with them. Let me know, chat. Was it a good stream? L stream or W stream? Even though we took a losing trade. L or W stream? Let me know. I usually lock my account on these types of days. Facts, dude. Yeah. Hey, there we go. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Chicken Checkin' Gaming gave me an M. Does that mean medium? Medium good stream? All right, guys, we got a few minutes left. I mean, it's slow, so we might hop off soon unless anyone has questions. Like, you got any questions for me? Let's do a P&L check too. P&L check in the chat. Red or green today, guys? Where are you at? And be honest. There's no need to lie. You know, if you're red, you're red. I'm red today. I took one loss on stream. Ah, he's doing handstand push-ups. He meant to say W. I believe that. I believe that. Green, green, green. Okay, Benjamin's red. Josh is green. Sick, dude. Montana's red. Okay. It's a little bit mixed, but I think most of you guys are green. That's awesome. Wendy's green. Dude, hell yeah. Damn. Honestly, if you're green today, you did a good job. This price action is tough. Darmesh took the short with Slade. Nice, dude. Yeah, honestly, I think the key today, like, I should be break even today because we took one loss, which is fine. But I got into another trade that was floating like 150 ticks. I think today, if I have to judge myself on how I traded today, I think I should have been focused on smaller moves. Like, my target made perfect sense to me. There's nothing wrong with my target, but when you see how the price action developed, I would have done better if I just locked in a little bit of a smaller move, you know? So I think that's, if I had to grade myself on my execution, I'd probably give myself like a B-. You know, it's not bad. I'm not going to like cry about my performance today. I think I did good, all things considering, but if I have to judge and make a judgment, I could have taken my profit a little bit quicker. You know, that's just me being honest. NQ just grinding up, dude. Oh my God. This hourly just looks insane. Really looks insane. Josh caught 2 small base hits with micros. I'm guessing to the long side too, which now it's looking good. Good job on the longs. Cato's green on gold. Nice. Okay, this SMT is about to fail. We pretty much put in equal highs here, so I think ES is probably going to pop a little bit higher. All right, though, chat, we're winding down. I think, you know, the week is young. We're just getting started. So we'll be back tomorrow, 8 a.m. As always, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. We'll be here. Tomorrow, we got a big guest. We got Austin Silver coming on from ASFX, who's one of my mentors. You know, I also stream on ASFX TV with him, so he's still a good friend of mine. That's going to be a fun one. Austin is the man. Let me know before we go if you're hyped for the Austin Silver stream. ASFX collab. Let me know if you guys are looking forward to that one. Austin's the man, I'm telling you. And he's hilarious too. Like, just super entertaining, hilarious guy, great trader. Austin is you know, good friend of mine in the space. Very good friend of mine. He's a solid dude. Yep. Yeah, people are hyped. Wendy said F, yes. I'm trying not to curse on here, you know. It's hard, bro. I'm from New York. Like, I usually am constantly cursing, but I'm trying not to on YouTube, you know. I heard the algorithm does not reward you if you're constantly cursing. Josh will be here. Okay, looks like you guys will be here. So yeah, make sure you tune in tomorrow for the ASFX collab. Gonna be a good one. Until then, I mean, I'll update you guys on X. Again, we're only in this on some challenges. Like, whatever happens, happens. Don't matter to me. Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Stay safe out there. Don't overtrade. Don't over risk. And I will catch you guys tomorrow. All right. Peace and love. Take care, guys. Peace.